Hello, hello! Hello, everybody can hear? Everybody
Hi!
Hear me? It's all
Hey,
working.
everyone.
No audio problems this week, it's amazing. Hello, we are Some Other Heroes. We are a bunch of British-based, queer, nerdy TTRPGers, and this is our ongoing story. Before we dive into the recap and this week's episode, I'm going to go around my lovely cast. I never get that right. And get them to introduce themselves and who they are playing. And then I have a couple of quick announcements concerning the next month or so. But to start with, let's go with Wayne.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I am Wayne. I will be playing the Dragonborn Bard, affectionately known as Rock. And my pronouns are he, him. My character's pronouns are he, him. And I'm hoping not to die today.
Apparently I'm a bit quiet, so I'm going to... Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Jack it up. Now it's a
Jack
party.
it up. Yeah, much better. Awesome. Thank you very much for that, Nikki. Next is our wonderful Charlie.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I am one of the wonderful queer dungeoneers of this group. I am an illustrator. I use she, her pronouns, as does Aisling, my character, who is a warlock satyr.
With hooves.
With hooves.
With hooves.
And a
hooves
small
and
ladder
horns.
issue.
And a small, minor ladder issue.
Finally, but never leastly, Theo.
Hello, I'm Theo. I'm also an illustrator. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing, who am I? Eugene. I will be playing Eugene. The
Good start.
half-elf wizard.
Amazing. And I am Chris.
With an identity crisis.
With an identity
Apparently.
crisis, apparently. And I'm Chris Mepham. I am also an illustrator, a DM, and all-round nerd. My pronouns are he, him, and I shall be playing the Dungeon Master, which is everybody else. So before we jump in, we actually have a couple of quick announcements about January. First off is a quick reminder that on the 4th of January we will be returning, not in our normal slot, with a new game which we're very excited about. Wild Beyond the Witchlight, being helmed by our wonderful Wayne Fick in it's only his second time DMing, so we're going to be really gentle on him, aren't we?
Oh, boy.
So keep an eye over our socials. Maximum chaos. Keep an eye over our socials for the next couple of weeks, because we will be revealing the characters that the three of us will be playing, which is really, really quite cool. Second announcement. Our next stream is the 9th of January. We're going to take the next few weeks off to...
Oh my god, it's so far away.
I know. We're going to take the next few weeks off to sort of recuperate and just have some holiday time.
How's my mum going to survive, Chris?
I might text her some short stories about the surrounding characters.
Okay, good. Mum, we got you.
You've said it now. It's on record.
I've said it's on record now. I have to do it. Yeah, I'll do a couple of short stories somewhere that we guys can all you can all read about some of the characters. Just give you a little bit of breadth as some of the side characters that they've met. Yes. However, on the 9th of January, when we return, we will be joined by a very, very special guest. Some of you may know her. She is part of the wonderful Wicked Game group. She plays Cece, Nyx, and most recently Levy in their current game. We will be joined by the absolutely wonderful feline trickster Michelle. Woo-hoo! And we're very, very excited to have her on board. She's going to be joining us through the whole of January and maybe a little beyond, depending on how much messing around they do on the meantime. We're very excited.
Let's face it, will be quite a lot.
There will be a lot of messing around.
Which is a lot of messing around. So.
It's D&D. It is expected.
I have a feeling that Feline Trickster in our midst will not minimize the messing around, but rather amplify it.
Do you know what you mean? That username sounds so lawful and fine.
I know.
Michelle has just said that we can have her as long as Lydia allows, so I'll do some negotiating behind the scenes.
Note to self, send Lydia gifts.
I think that's it. Yeah, other than nothing else I can think of. Anything that I've missed, guys? No.
Drawing attention to the glorious colour palette that we're painting with our cameras right now.
Yes, we've all come in some very strong, bright colours this week. It's creating a lovely palette. So,
Like you said, kids' TV presenters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this week we have all come as kids' TV presenters.
Oh my God!
This
Just
week's
imagine.
sponsors is CBeebies.
Imagine how much better children around the world would be equipped for life if they had us as their children's TV presenters. I mean,
Oh my God.
what could go wrong with that?
Nothing.
I think there's
It
a
would be
50-50% divide on this one. I think you two are really keen on that. I think Thea and I are like, maybe not.
I'm only keen on it to see what carnage happens.
Only here for the chaos.
I think it's really important. I'd be really happy to shape young minds. Sorry. Let's move on.
I think on that, we'll jump into today's game, shall we? Awesome. So, last episode, having drawn the attention of something ancient and powerful, Rock decided cast a spell to try and cure one of the residents of the Tipsy Triton, the inn that they are currently hiding in from the strange island they find themselves on. Discussing this was the first time that the three friends had discovered that there actually was something behind what was happening to everybody. A thought, a consideration, which meant that they came to the realization that meant that they had something that they would need to deal with. Settling in, they got to know some of the residents of the tavern a little bit better, getting to quite friendly with the young wizard Gris, who worked with Eugene to try and make some amulets that would help protect them from the future. Some very awkward possible flirting between Eugene and the young tiefling. Hard to say. Both of them fairly oblivious, but definitely getting on. Going to bed of the evening, all three of our adventurers had strange dreams, caused by a visitation Rock had from one of his old friends, one Allywood Jack. Allywood Jack explained that he'd used a powerful spell to enter Rock's dream to be able to communicate with him and help figure out what was going on. They dived further into what was going, using a combination of both their magics and some clever performance to coax out a glimmer of the truth in the dream. What Rock saw was a terrifying elder being of some kind, chained by bands of steel and the metal that he did not recognize, so being surrounded by two dragons that were circling it. The fallout of this is Rock's two closest friends and companions, Aisling and Eugene, were also impacted by the spell, letting visitors into their dreams. Aisling found herself awakening in a strange field that she had never seen, but knew somehow was deeply real. In the field was a white tent with two strange people and a table full of food inside. Young Bullywog spoke for the second figure, a very tall, elongated creature with a shifting set of features, never quite settled, but always seemed to be trying to please Aisling's eye. The individual explained that they were one of the powers responsible for what was happening, and were willing to leave the rest of the world if Aisling helped them take the island away. Eugene had a similar dream, finding themselves walking down their mother's farmstead to meet with a avatar of his father. Only it was not his father, it was the spirit of an elder dragon who decided to communicate with Eugene directly this way. The dragon offered to fix part of Eugene's memory. In return, they wanted them to consider helping them destroy the island, freeing everybody on it from the torture that they were currently inflicted on. Three awoke at the same time, understandably a bit perturbed and a bit confused. A discussion ensued in which they tried to work out what the best course of action was, pretty much deciding that neither options they were given directly seemed like the sort of thing that they wanted to do. But a third option had not presented itself. The next day, Eugene and Grease continued working on refining and repairing the amulets, whilst Aisling and Rock helped the Fletcher children go and retrieve some bits and pieces around the village that they needed for supplies and like. Whilst out and about, they noticed, or Rock particularly noticed, that the male Fletcher boy, Lenniel, seemed to possess a great mental fortitude, allowed him to kind of know more about what was going on. A later discussion would later reveal that Lenniel had some abilities and could actually touch other people's minds. Completing the ritual and being able to actually fix it, Eugene and Gris made a complete first amulet, imbuing Aisling's favourite stone with 3 days of protection, they hoped. Rock and Eugene also provided personal objects to Gris and to enchant. Rock a signet ring, which he very much downplayed the importance of, and Eugene an elegant earring that he revealed was a gift from his mother. The three agreed to travel to the temple that they had found out about, which may be linked to this Elder One, the strange creature that met Aisling in her dream, on the way to Vesherin. Not only to test the amulets, but also to see if they could uncover some more answers. They settled in for the second night, only to have it interrupted by strange, howling laughter, sounding almost like wolf-like baying. They awoke to find the inn was under attack by strange, human-faced hounds. And that is where they will begin today's adventure. So before we do anything else, I'm going to need you all to roll initiative and open roll 20.
Boy.
So a fairly uneventful last session.
No, it was a really quiet session last
Yeah,
week.
nothing really happened.
Absolutely.
So dull.
So dull. Barely anything happened.
Oh.
What we got? Hey!
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. I have to make decisions.
Dude.
Haha.
Excellent. What did you get, Aisling?
7.
Cool.
No decisions for me.
And Eugene?
8.
8. Oh dear. Not sure whether that's good or bad. Okay, so as you can see from the map, you guys are near the stairs on the way down. Next to you is a very sort of half awake Gris, looking a bit panicked. In front of you is the dwarf that you met and Riskarif. Behind the bar, the halfling patron, Erda. This creature is quite big. Rock, you are up first. What would you like to do?
Have a cry.
Cry.
Yeah.
Have a quick cry.
I will make a small squealing noise first, in utter fear, and then, as my bonus action, I am immediately going to cast Bardic Inspiration.
Cool.
Which I will give on this round to. Good question. I'm going to look after my friend, so I shall cast it on Eugene first.
Amazing.
Inspiration. And then I am going to move around the table to over there. And I am going to I want to see what happens with Riskus and the dwarf, so I'm going to hold my action until the beast moves towards any of us,
Yeah.
or another beast appears.
What action are you holding?
I'm going to hold my pistol in a quivering hand pointed towards the beast. So yes, I'm going to hold my attack with my pistol.
Lovely. Excellent stuff. It is their turn next. The creature kind of sees these new intruders, these new people coming down the stairs, rears back its head and howls in this unearthly, like deep, like mournful, primal way that kind of just shocks into your souls. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, lordy.
Is this a magical thing?
No, it is magical. Yeah. It
Haha!
describes itself as
Have
magical, so
advantage.
you have advantage.
Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 18.
Nice.
I also got 18.
Nice.
Ah, 22.
22. Wait, you all passed. You do feel like this deep fear is trying to push itself into you, but you managed to shake it off.
Sorry.
I just saw that.
Currently, Nikki and I are writing a fantasy romance novel in the chat.
during the combat.
Yeah, it's
This episode.
it's called Behooved and Beloved.
This episode's sponsored by Chuck Tingle.
Yeah. Not that you guys need it, just to let you know, because you're under the effects of Intellect Fortress, you do get advantage to your wisdom saving throws.
That's good.
Decent.
Nice.
So, having done that, he will settle back down and just look like he's defending himself. There is a crash at the second window, and a second beast appears. Oop, that's not
Nope.
wanted.
Nope.
Oh,
Unsubscribe.
Riskarif will make a strike against this creature. And it dies just out of the way, so she'll make a second attack. And misses again. This thing is clearly ready for her. The dwarf will back off a little bit and sort of seems to be scrambling around for a cleaver that he dropped. That will make it. Eugene, your go.
Okay. Eugene is going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
Good call.
And then I shall move over here behind this table. And Aisling.
Cool.
You're bigger than me. You do something.
That is true.
Awesome. That will make it Ashling's go.
Cool. Okay.
Eugene is covered in sparkly plate mail.
Gonna give Eugene a pat just to reassure him, and then I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
No, I'm fine.
Yep, we're just armoring up. I'm gonna armor up myself, and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna hex the one nearest us as well.
Amazing. What is your? I don't think I've asked. Have I asked you what your hex spell looks like?
I don't think so. As usual, it's quite like monochrome with like little bits of olivey green in it. I feel like it looks kind of thorny, like viney and thorny, and it's just sort of circling them a little bit above their head.
I like that. That sounds really cool. And like these,
Like a very unpleasant halo.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris, I did actually say I was going to hold action until another one appeared. So I need to take that shot.
Okay. Yeah. Please do.
So I'm going to take the shot at the one that's closest. And that is going to be... Ooh. That would be a natural 20.
That is a natural
So-
20.
So a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
So you max your first dice roll and add
what am I?
your bonuses to it, and then you roll
So
the
it's a
dice again for your
D10.
second bit of damage.
So it's a D10. So it's 10
Yep,
plus 5
yep, 15. And then,
plus 2.
and then add an additional 2, 7.
Yeah.
So that's 17 damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Ashling, we rudely interrupted you with a pistol shot. So you finished it. Did you want to move at all, or are you happy where you are?
Well, I mean, I prefer to not be in this building, but I mean, I'll stay there.
Would you though?
There is fine. That's a good point. Oh, good. There's no safe places. All right, I'll just stay here.
Awesome. Makes it top of the round, and Rock, it is your go.
Oh, well, in that case, as my bonus action, I shall cast Bardic Inspiration upon young Ashling,
Thank you.
and then I shall stay exactly where I am, and I'm going to take another shot at the same creature.
Your pistol erupts forcefully again. Thank you.
Exactly. I am just going to say to my companions, stand back, this could get messy.
Oh, God. This stream has an adult tag on it, right?
I mean, this stream is not specifically for children, but we are
Okay.
adults playing an adult game. We do avoid the swears, and I think a little double entendre is fine.
Are we supposed to be avoiding swears?
Yes, I'm not sure if Chris has been paying attention, to be honest. Right, I'm going to take... It's a 13 to hit.
It impacts against the thick hide, but doesn't seem to break the skin.
Oh, for
Damn
God's
it.
sake. Right. I'm going to stay where I am.
Awesome. It's your go. Next, the first of these will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
God, the little thumbnails of them is so horrifying.
They really are hideous.
Good God.
And will also let out a huge, deep bellow. Can I have a wisdom saving throw off of everybody, please?
With advantage.
With advantage.
Dirty 20 for me.
Dirty 20, nice.
Yeah, same.
Same.
Hey.
So same thing.
Mine's a 10.
10, right. So for the first two of you, is this deep fear, but you push it back and you shake it off. You rolled with advantage, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Rock, something deep and primal, like this whole sort of like ancient humanoid fear of large creatures trying to eat you, just kind of grips hold of you, and you begin shaking. You are frightened until the end of its next turn.
Dang.
Yep.
Don't like it.
So you are incapacitated. So you can't move. So you are frightened of it, and you can't move until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Or take an action. So I'm just gonna make you a little scaredy. That one will do. Awesome. The first one will take a strike at Riskarith, trying to bite at her. Fails. Kind of, its teeth kind of almost shatter against like her chainmail she's wearing. She pushes it off. it's her turn. Would someone like to roll a d20 for her rather than me having this long period where I roll? For
19.
19.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So she hits this creature, and she will do. 9 points of slashing damage. Do you want to roll again for me, please, Theo?
You nearly said Eugene.
18.
18 also hits.
Yay!
Further 6, so 15 in total. That is 32. Right, dwarf gets back to his feet, runs at it with the cleaver. I think. Charlie, can you roll a d20 for me?
Yes.
Oh,
Natty 20?
Mine was less good.
Less
Mine
good,
was
okay.
less good.
Natty 1?
Yeah.
So as he runs up, he kind of moves, like goes to hit this beast with the cleaver, and it just gets out of his hands and just kind of, and it beds itself in the roof somewhere above. And he starts.
Theo, you're rolling for the other characters from now on. You have the good vibes.
in fact, Theo, can you just roll for me as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you do Aisling as well, real quick?
Yeah. Gris recovers himself somewhat, and Wayne, will you please roll Gris, who's going to pop over your shoulder and just hurl an acid bolt?
So I'm rolling for Gris, am I?
Yes, please.
That's a 16.
16, that hits. And he does 5 points of acid against the other one for you. Awesome. That will make it Eugene's go.
Okay. Eugene, seeing Rock get terrified, is gonna try to, like, I don't want that thing to come any closer. So he kind of gets down on the ground, and you feel like a rumbling across the ground, and he is going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and a big, huge, like, earthen fist comes out of the ground next to the higher one, and try and, like, grab it.
Nice.
So it's a strength save.
Cool.
Yeah, strength save.
A strength save from this creature.
Cool.
That's very cool.
It's a great spell, that one. It is only a 12.
That does not succeed. So it takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage. 7.
7. It takes 7 points of damage. I believe it's grappled.
It's restrained, I think. Yes.
Restrained. Awesome.
Yeah. And that is concentration, just so you know.
Fantastic. Very good stuff. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I think I'm happy where I am.
Okie dokie. We'll just. I need to get. We'll go through your spells on our break, Theo, and we'll just make sure that Eugene's got some tokens for bits and pieces so you can move them around easier. I'll make a note of that, but that's okay because that now makes it Aisling's go.
Cool. I think I'm gonna move. So I think I'm gonna. Am I able to hop over the bar and end up there?
Yeah, I mean it's a standard bar. You could probably do that with no real deficit. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna hop over
You
and
see
put you behind the bar.
Is literally just behind the bar, as like balled into a corner as close as she can get.
It's all right. We're adventurers. We got this. I don't believe it. I'm just saying it.
I think as Rock hears her say that, he's just going to mumble, no, we bloody haven't.
And 3. Okay, so I think I just about get this one. If I did a Yeah, I'm gonna rub my hands together really, really quickly and then shoot them out. And I'm gonna do burning hands at the one nearest.
Oh, I mean, they're two large creatures. You can get them both easy. Yep.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Nice one.
How careful are you being about their lovely oak countertop?
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Peak Ashling. What's the range on burning hands?
15-foot cone.
Ah, okay. Well, you probably can only reach this one then.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's kind of what I was thinking.
I thought it was like 30 feet for some reason.
No, I've just got a 15-foot one, but I really want to blast them.
I want to use my spell, damn it.
Okay, so that means that just find it.
It's a dexterity saving throw, I think.
Do they? Yes. Yeah. Dex saving throw. Yes.
It's a really high 10.
Oh, well, if it's a high 10 instead of a low 10, then it's not a save.
It's not a save. It's nope.
No.
Would you like to roll some
Good.
damage?
I would love to. 8. I got I got 2 1s and a 2 and a 4, so that's 8.
8 damage. 8 damage is still 8 damage.
Yeah, no.
It's okay.
Is that hold on? Is that the one that I hexed, or is that the other one?
It's the other one, unfortunately.
Dang it. Okay, never mind. That's fine.
Yeah. I guess. Are you leaving your hex on that one, seeing as this one seems to be closer to you?
Yeah, that's a good point. I will use my bonus to move it.
I will move that for you. Awesome. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't let you retroactively move that beforehand.
No, of course not. I feel like Aisling would have done the same thing as me and just been like, ha! Okay, you can have it.
I like that. Top of the round. Rock, you are restrained. However, you can make a wisdom saving throw to try and shake the fear.
Come on.
Do you get advantage on that saving throw as well?
Yeah, he does.
Wisdom?
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh!
Thankful for the advantage there, because otherwise it's going to be a 6.
So you still feel seized up, but the fear is ebbing, and you know that this thing cannot scare you anymore.
Well, no, because it's scared me completely already.
You're at maximum scare.
Yep. You've topped off your scare. That's it. Can't get any more scared than that.
But I can't take any action
You
this
can't
round
take
at
any
all.
action because you are still incapacitated until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Which is now. So this thing will try and bite down on poor Riskarif. Does not hit because Riskarif is no fool. She has heavy armor on. The other one will turn, and although it is restrained, it can make a bite action, and it will try and bite her as well. That hits.
Bad dog.
Doing. You guys watch as soon as its teeth sink into Riskarif's shoulder, there is like a flash of energy, and you just see like Rock. I think you particularly see this because you're slightly psychic anyway. You kind of see her soul just kind of almost jar out of her body for a second, and she takes quite a bit of damage.
Her soul left her body. That's not ideal.
That will make it Riskarif's go. Who wants to roll for Riskarif this round?
Not me.
Theo.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Theo, please.
Make 2 attacks, please.
17.
17
There you
will hit.
And a 3.
And a 3. Okay, that's all right. First one definitely hits. Second one does not. Hacks in, taking off another chunk of flesh on this one. Starting to look particularly bloody. The dwarf will take a disengage action and run away, because that didn't go well.
Wise.
And Gris will acid bolt. Could either Charlie or Wayne roll for Gris for a second, please?
Wayne, do it. Poor Chris doesn't deserve my rolls.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yes, Chris.
In which case, I need to roll one of these.
Damn, Chris.
That will be... Yeah, you watch as this acid bolt kind of leaps into this creature. There, one closest to Riskarif. And there, it actually yowls in pain, and it almost sounds human for a second. It's actually quite disturbing. But
This whole thing is disturbing.
Yeah, they were disturbing to start with.
Actually, Eugene as the potential love interest. Theo, would you like to describe how Gris ends this thing?
What did he cast? Acid bolt.
Acid bolt. Yeah.
I think it just kind of gets covered in this really gross, like acidic ooze, and kind of disintegrates.
Yeah.
And it does. It kind of melts down in front of it, and you see Riskarif kind of look over her shoulder and kind of nods firmly, like appreciatively, like clutching her shoulder, like where the other one bit her. That will...
Rock, you just hear Rock go, shut off.
Eugene, it is your go.
Okay, I'm gonna use the big earthy fist to try and hurt it again.
Yeah.
Squish it.
Did they need to make another strength saving?
Oh yeah, another strength saving throw, please.
22.
Oh, boo.
This thing
Dang.
shakes off the fist and is now free, and kind of looks over the table at the three of you and growls angrily.
No.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't think there is anything else I can do other than move, and I think I'm good there
Okay.
for now.
Awesome. Ashley?
I'm gonna blast it.
Eldritch Blast?
I'm going Eldritch
Blast.
blast it.
Go.
God bless it. May the Lord carry this blast. That's a 14. Does the Lord do it?
Yes, you managed to hit.
Ha ha ha. Okay, amazing. I'm gonna agonizing it as well.
Yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. So that's 11 damage on that one.
11
And
total.
oh wait, it takes extra because it's hexed.
Then you roll 1d6 for your hex, I think. What level is your spell slots now? I think they're still level 1, aren't they? Or level 2.
2, I think. It's a second level pact slot, it says.
Yeah. Hang on one second.
Yeah.
I don't think hex does extra damage.
If you cast
it
it
says
using a spell
one-
slot of 3rd or 4th level,
It just lasts longer, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, this one says extra 1d6 necrotic damage every
Yep.
time you hit it.
So have you rolled your 1d6?
I shall. Yep, that's a 2. A hearty 2.
That's a total of 13. Unlucky
Yeah,
for
that's
him.
true.
These vines, as normal, leap from your hand, striking it in the chest, and you sort of see this necrotic energy just kind of creep out of it slightly. It lashes a bark in your direction. Make me a perception check.
Okay. That's another delicious natural 1.
Can't tell.
So a 7 total. I don't know where I am.
It just
I
makes
didn't
a
even know I was
hideous-
awake.
Yeah, it just has a hideous noise at you. It's quite terrifying, frankly. Even
just
without its
like,
fear
what?
power. Yeah. Cool. Rock, you are free. You can move. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use Gris as a shield. No, I'm not.
Eugene's little face, if you did that.
I mean, I think Eugene would be horrified, not surprised, but horrified.
I
Probably
did
wouldn't
come
make
and
a very
stand
good
in.
shield, to be fair.
I did come and stand in front of him to protect him, but it's fine. Just so I am going to. I am actually just going to cast. What make the cast? I'm going to cast. I'm just going to cast Vicious Mockery on the beast.
Read it for filth.
Indeed. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Of course.
And I am going to say, oh, for goodness sake, we've had tougher encounters with a flump wielding a dandelion. And cast Vicious Mockery.
They rolled a grand total of 11.
Which is a no. Yeah. So it's only one d4 psychic damage.
Yep.
But they also have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, 4.
Cool.
As good as it could get on that roll. So that's psychic damage and disadvantage on the next attack roll they make.
Amazing.
And for my bonus action, I am going to bardically inspire Riskrith.
Fantastic. She will quite happily take that from you. That makes it the Hound's turn. He is going to leap in and try and bite you. That is disadvantage 17.
Yep.
Doing 11 piercing damage and 12 psychic damage, of which you are of course resistant, so you take half of that.
Oh, that's very lucky. You have no idea how lucky it is I'm resistant to that.
Grand total of 17 damage.
I am very squishy.
Very, very squishy. Unfortunately. Yep. So he takes a big chunk out of you, and you just kind of, again, you feel like it's trying to pull your soul right out of your body, as it kind of reels back, taking making a nasty graze through your coat.
Rock's just going to say, all right, I was teasing, you're very tough.
And Riskarif's go. Somebody roll me 2 attacks.
I will roll 1. Oh, it's a natural 20. I've made it back.
Yay!
Awesome. Do you want to roll the other one for me as well?
Okay, go on then. A 7.
A 7. Awesome. So the second one doesn't hit, but the first one does. Ooh. Nice. Doing 20 damage.
Shit.
This thing is looking very ropey. Gris will come round here, and he rolls a bottle of red, familiar-looking red liquid to Riskarif, who stops it with her foot.
Oh. It's Ribena.
It's
Drink
Ribena.
up.
Yes, it's very Ribena.
Once again, Rock is just going to go, no, I'm fine.
I mean,
As you're picking up your limbs, like, I'm good.
As I look through my torso to him through the hole in the middle of it.
No big deal. No big deal.
big deal.
It's barely a flesh wound. The leg will grow back.
Yeah, you're reptilian. You're going to be like a gecko when they drop their tail.
How very dare you.
Oh, you've already dropped your tail, haven't you? Oh!
You
Anyway.
can take
You're the
those.
one
You
who's-
can take those little clippity cloppity hooves and fuck right off.
Eugene,
Right,
save
library
us
is
from
closed.
this madness.
Library is closed.
In a somewhat uncharacteristic display of bravery, probably partly to impress Grace, and partly because he sees Rock get fucked up, he is going to leap over the table and cast Thunderwave.
I imagine it's kind of like this sort of like very uncharacteristic.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Oh, Eugene!
Oh dear. Yes.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. What's the range on the cube?
It's a 15-foot cube.
Can I assume that you are pointing it away from Riskarith?
Yeah. So like forwards.
Yep.
That's cool as hell.
13?
Does not save, so it takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet backwards. 8.
8. Eugene, describe your kill.
Okay, so he dramatically leaps over the table, probably slipping a little bit. Tries to do a cool landing, but sort of slips a little bit. It's like, okay. And then puts his hands down on the ground, and you just hear this really loud, like, rumbling emanating out from him. And this creature just kind of gets pushed backwards and kind of evaporates from the noise.
Excellent. There is this rolling, thunderous explosion. I think the rest of you have to cover your ears because it's very close proximity to you, and you kind of probably just see this creature just fly backwards and just go further than you intended, Eugene. Whether it's the adrenaline of what's going on, or whether that you just managed to hit it just right, it bounds down the rest of the inn, crashing into the wall at the far end. And you hear something deep within it just crack nastily, and it's just laying there.
Oh!
You have defeated these creatures.
Ashley's gonna just say over the bar, like, "Damn, Eugene!" Oh.
I wasn't sure that would work, honestly, but thank God.
That was well done.
I need everyone to know that it was my plan to Misty Step bravely away. just so we're all clear, I was being brave, but like also not that brave.
Brilliant.
Rock is going to fall to the floor next to Eugene, and then just reach up and grab Eugene's arm and just say, "Very well done. You. That was very, very brave. Thank you, Eugene. Also, I'm sorry. You slipped in a little bit of me. So otherwise you would have made that landing. Absolutely would have made that landing."
Oh.
Ew.
And Eugene looks a little embarrassed. He's like, "Oh, I thought I'd got away with that, and nobody saw it."
No, nobody did. It was just me. It was only because it was right next to me.
Are you okay, by the way?
No, not in the least.
Yeah, Rock, you're like bleeding. I don't know if you've noticed.
Oh, am I, Aisling? That must have just slipped my mind.
You shouldn't make a mess, she says as she covers up the huge scorch mark on the table that she made.
I think at this point...
and I'm pretty sure there's like 20 bar stools that Eugene's sort of...
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, probably smashed a few stools.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oops.
I'm just going to put my finger up towards Erda in the bar and just go, "Can I get a drink?"
Erda just kind of appears over the bar, and she kind of glances at the burn mark but doesn't say anything. She goes, I think some whiskey's all round. I think we've all had a bit of a shock, to be fair, haven't we?
That would be good if you could. Thanks.
I'll go and get something. Yeah, something I've been keeping for a while. She just kind of goes, and again, the same energy that she always sort of pervades, like keeping herself busy, so she's not thinking about what's actually happening around her. Riskarif kind of wanders over to the bar, leans over, and just pulls out like a box, and which she opens, and it looks like it's got some medical supplies. And she beckons you over, Rock, and sits you down, and starts.
I'm going to dramatically stagger over.
And starts binding your wounds and things. Thank you for coming to our aid.
What were those hideous things?
Those were Yeth hounds. They don't normally come this close to the town.
These are things
This
that you've
close
seen
to the
before.
town? They were virtually in our rooms.
They were. They specifically came here. They try to avoid. I mean, they're out in the wilds. We've heard them, but Riskriff just kind of goes. It's almost like they sense something new. Maybe they followed you in from the wilds or something. Thought you were easy prey.
I would remember seeing one of them.
Maybe not. They can fly.
Oh, good.
What?
Great. Right. Wonderful. Can they teleport?
No, fortunately.
No, they just have several other mouths.
Oh.
She kind of like nudges the one that, what's left of the one that's kind of slowly bubbling away.
You.
Well, this was not how I intended to spend my evening, that's for certain.
Don't touch it.
Is everyone okay? That was really scary.
I'm fine. Rock's like.
I'm sure. Thanks to Ada, I think I will be fine with a bit of a rest. But that was certainly not the way I expected to wake up. I'm just going to look at Gris, preferably without anybody else noticing. But I'm just going to look at Gris and just say, "Not quite as defenseless as you would make out, are you?"
That is it. The acid bolt. Because apparently you should have something like that, but that pretty much is the only spell I know that's offensive.
Well, it worked pretty well, so...
Not like Eugene. You were so impressive. Like, with the big... that's Thunderwave you cast. and Rock with, like... I could see your words hurting that thing. You guys are so strong. And kind of looks at Aisling a second, like... And... yeah, that's kind of quite creepy. The vines thing, that's interesting. Is that from your
creepier than man-faced wolf demons?
Don't call it creepy. Don't.
Okay, but also very effective. I wish I knew that sort of stuff. That would be really useful around here.
I think they're quite pretty. I think my little spiky vines are very pretty, actually. So.
Well, we have had some experience, you know. That's why we came here. We are experienced adventurers and
seasoned.
And
I wouldn't go that far.
Seasoned. Well,
I would.
I mean, you know, as you can see, we're very capable of taking care of ourselves. He says, bleeding on the basket.
I think I've lost count. Maybe it's my 7th day as an adventurer.
Oh no! You should have been keeping track of this.
It's
Eugene,
still your first month as an adventurer.
Don't mention the days. It doesn't boost confidence.
Oh right, yeah. You did mention that before. Sorry.
Yes.
I mean, I can only really remember being here and vaguely other places, but like my life has been research and spellcraft, and wow, you guys are really impressive. Riskru's kind of like slams her hand on the table and goes, Ada, where is that drink? We are going to get slightly tipsy this evening.
When Chris makes that little comment, I'm just going to quietly to Riskrit. I'm just going to say, he's annoyingly charming, isn't he?
Yeah. She's just going to go.
Rock hates him so much.
He's kind of grown on me, to be fair. Bit too smart for his own good, if you ask me.
Oh, totally.
Like other people we can name. And she just kind of raises her eyebrows at you
Good
slightly.
Good save. Like other people.
I am oblivious to her
yes.
comment, and I think she's referring to Eugene, so I am just going to raise an eyebrow.
Eugene's like
Rude.
still humble and adorable.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but she couldn't possibly be
Eugene,
talking
stop
about
being
me.
so cocky.
Well, she could be talking about me. Couldn't possibly be me. It has to clearly be Eugene.
I would like Rock and Eugene, whilst they cool down and think about what they just encountered.
What they've done.
What they've done. Yeah, what's just happened. I'd like you to make a perception check for me. This is just more thinking over.
That's a good one. It's 18.
12.
12. Rock, you're not entirely certain because there was a lot of noise and some of it was quite scary, but you're fairly certain you heard the word satyr mumbled up in what the growling that they were making.
Okay, I'm not going to share that because I'm not entirely sure that I really heard that.
No, it's hard to say because they weren't speaking a language.
Yeah.
But it did sound
Can I also, on a slightly tangential note, just going to sort of point at the dwarf or anyone else who's nearby and just kind of say, could you just check that there aren't any more outside, around, or coming in? Or just look out the window, perhaps?
he kind of does a really bad sort of stealth up to the window and then just kind of peeks over the edge and then just closes what's left of the shutters.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to be surprising them.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing there now. I think they've gone.
Perfect. I feel safer already.
Dragon be blessed. See, you truly are sent by the great one himself.
Oh, don't.
Well, I've had enough excitement. I think it's time I found my room and barricaded myself in. Kind of trundles off. I think
Keep that up.
Yeah, and Riskriv kind of like catches Rock's eye and just sighs and shakes her head.
I'm just going to say to her, if he keeps making comments like that, he's going to have to barricade himself in the room or I'll kill him.
You are left with these two bodies, which I think after Riskriv has had her first glass, will like kind of drag out the front door and just deposit out of view.
I think one is going to require more of a scoop.
Yeah.
The second
drag.
one, Erda just kind of gets this old tablecloth and just kind of...
It's a giant poo bag, scoops it up, puts it outside.
I feel like that's a tomorrow problem. That's a problem for future Erda. She'll curse me, but it's a future problem for her.
Agreed. So, do you often have sort of beasts of any sort coming in to attack? Because most of the creatures we pass seem to be particularly docile and in the same kind of stupor as the rest of the population. So, why were these particularly aggressive?
Well, I can only assume that they're hungry. But as to why they attack the town when they don't normally. As I said to you before, it's very strange. There are some creatures that move around, the less natural ones, but they don't tend to bother those of us who are affected. They might attack us, though.
There's nothing natural about those things, that's for sure.
It's a connection. Didn't you say that you were attacked by corpse sprites as well?
Yes. Yes,
Many,
those
many
little nasty creatures.
So, I mean, I'm no specialist in different creatures. Or it's not my field of study, but those are both fey creatures, are they not?
I believe so.
Anyone can make a history check if they want to confirm.
I will make a history check.
I will also.
Can Aisling hear this conversation?
10.
Actually, I don't think anyone's hiding this conversation.
Okay.
It's a 10 from me.
A 10? Yep.
25.
Whoa!
Strong. Very, very strong.
Damn.
Damn.
I got
good.
a 5. I
got
don't
a
know
5,
what history past present
Those
is.
books come in very handy, Eugene, don't they?
Yep, Eugene, they are definitely both fey creatures. They tend to be what's known as, from what you've read, they have a tendency to be known as unseelie. So less friendly, less light and fluffy, like your friend Aisling here, who would be what they refer to as seelie. There's something about different types of fae serving different types of masters, or being descended from different sorts of fae. But you can't quite remember all of it, and you'd probably need to do proper research, but you're fairly certain that these both are regarded as dangerous and quite aggressive fae. They're the sorts of things that your mum would tell you horror stories about around the campfire and things like that. You also come up with a name for these creatures.
Ooh.
You're like, oh yeah, your mum telling you a story about beware the Yeth hounds. For if you are not a good child, they will creep in at night and take you
God.
away.
That's horrible.
Wow, your mother was harsh.
Mummy Eugene needs to calm down.
Only around the
Mummy
campfire
Eugene
for
needs some parenting
horror
book.
nights, so proper Halloween stories. But to be
The lantern underneath her chin.
yeah.
The man-faced dog beast will eat you.
But
Wow,
yeah,
Mum.
Yeth hounds in elven culture are creatures that are terrifying nightmare monsters that serve the unseelie courts.
I feel like we've got that
Yeah,
impression.
spot on description. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eugene would divulge this information to the group in his classic Eugenie way.
Aisling's just like, they're saying Fae a lot.
Yeah, but this is like the scary kind, not the nice Aisling kind.
Oh yeah. They have been following us around though.
Wait, maybe they're following you.
Kind of bit worried about that one.
Why would they specifically target Aisling?
Because she's
know.
a fey creature too.
I'm just going to point at her hooves.
Maybe
yeah.
something about her being fey has attracted them.
Chris kind of goes, well, it's certainly a working hypothesis. Not to blame you, Aisling, but if you have an energy that's different to theirs, maybe that they are drawn to it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can stop being Fae real quick.
No.
I mean,
I think that is part of your charm, Aisling, and at the moment we don't know for sure, do we?
no, this is purely hypothetical, right?
Yeah, I think Eugene kind of backtracks on this because I think in his eagerness to like come up with an idea and be smart and be like, oh yeah, maybe I figured it out. He didn't actually think about how it would make Aisling feel. So now he's like, yeah, but we don't know that. It's just a theory.
No, it could be anything, especially in this place. People don't remember who they are, for goodness sake. Nothing here makes sense, so it could be absolutely anything.
Although it does raise an interesting question. Riskarif, Chris is suddenly, again, like there's an idea, and it's the same thing as before. Like he's forgotten there are other people here. He's very confident, and he's got this idea, and he's chasing it. He's like, Riskarif, you said you had fought several creatures before you came here. And Riskarif kind of nods. He goes, were any of them not Fae? And she thinks for a second, and she goes, oh. No, they've all been Fae.
Ugh.
So, on top of the bits of information that we received the previous evening, we now also have some kind of connection to the Fae, to the unseelie Fae.
Fae are the only creatures that seem to be moving around. That would mean, are they more resistant to this sort of magic, maybe?
I mean, we do tend to be a bit resistant to magic.
Or
generally,
it could be possible, Aisling excluded, that some of these Fae, that the aggressive ones, are working for whatever is behind this.
Well, that is a thought. I mean, we were wondering. Obviously, we think we know some of the entities in play here, but we certainly don't know everything about them. Perhaps one of them is Fae or Archfae, part of the Unseelie Court, perhaps.
Interesting.
Make a general intelligence check, everybody.
oh man, intelligence isn't my
Must
forte.
I?
Wisdom,
Actually, make it a history
wisdom,
check.
I can do.
Make it a history check. But Rock, if you want to swap out your charisma because of stories,
I most definitely do.
I got 12.
12. That's pretty good. Eugene,
I've got a dirty 20.
dirty 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
I got 17.
17. Everything that you guys are discussing seems to make sense. Seelie and Unseelie Fae, they serve more powerful creatures. And it suddenly occurs to you the description that Rock had of this strange elder creature seemed particularly Fae. And Aisling's dream was definitely fairy tale adjacent, which is a very Fae sort of aesthetic.
The whole thing, yeah.
It could be that these are outreaches maybe for the Elder One, but you can't be certain.
Oh, good. More questions.
Yeah, I feel. I think Aisling might take Eugene and Rock slightly aside a little bit and be like, right, so those dreams felt quite Fae to me. What was yours like?
Well,
Did it have Fae vibes?
Well, the restrained creature that I mentioned definitely had a, shall we say, an elven look to their features. So I'm beginning to think there is a definite connection to Fae. And not just because you're here. I think there is something bigger connection to Fae here.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Okay, just wanted to check.
Well, there's no need to worry. We're perfectly safe together, and I mean, look, we just defeated those creatures.
Yeah, we did. I look at the huge puddle of Rock's blood on the floor. Yeah, we did a good. Yeah.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
That's supposed to be inside. Okay.
It's fine. It'll grow back. It's fine. So, Chris, what time is it at the moment?
It's probably getting on for probably about 1 a.m, you would estimate.
Okay,
Time is really hard to figure out,
Bedtime.
but it's definitely you guys are up later than you intended to be. You were going to get up and go early, and then interruptions.
Well, let's try and get a bit of sleep, and perhaps that will help me heal a little.
Good idea. I'm sleeping in your room again.
Urda kind of like is cleaning up. She goes, "Well, I've actually finished the packs for you. Didn't intend to be up this late, to be fair, but things happen."
Go to bed, babe. What are you doing?
She kind of points to 3 travelling packs on the side. She goes, "Help yourself to one of those. You've got rations for about a week, and some nice wines, and she looks at Aisling, particularly cheeses.
Don't know why she looks at me.
And a nice travelling cloak each, just to keep you warm, okay?"
Oh,
That's very kind of you.
thanks.
So, yes, I will probably not be up to see you off, but I think the rest of them will be. Riskalif, do you want anyone to come down and sort of keep you company? Gris kind of like looks a bit nervous. Goes, actually, I'll stay just in case. Scriv shouldn't be on her own tonight. Just in case something comes back. I don't know. At the very least, I can come and bang on your door.
Well, good. I'm going to try and get some sleep then.
Yeah, bedtime.
But night, darlings. Have a good one, and I'll see you as soon as I can.
Night.
And she shoos you all off up the stairs. You can take a proper long rest.
Yay! Finally.
Can I try and get a moment with Eugene?
It depends on how easy is Ashley going to make that for you.
I'm asleep instantly. Don't worry about it.
There you go.
Okay. I'm going to just take Eugene aside, out of earshot of Aisling, and just say, I didn't want to alarm Aisling. And also, I'm not 100% sure of this, whether this happened or not, but I was pretty sure I heard those creatures mumble something about Satyr.
What the scary human face?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ones that tried to eat us. Yeah. There was a lot going on. I can't be sure that was really what I heard, but I was, at the time, I was pretty sure. And now with what we've just talked about.
So maybe they are after Aisling.
Well, at the very least, they appear to be aware of Aisling's presence, and I do suspect that she has been noticed and is either attracting them, or at the very least, they are aware of her presence. So
she did say that this elder one potentially visited her in dreams, so it makes sense that he's aware of her presence.
Yeah, it does make me pretty sure the elder one is of fey nature, but we should probably just keep an eye on things, because Aisling, she gets distracted easily, so just to make sure she's safe. And I don't want to worry her more than she is. So
yeah, good plan. Well, I guess at least that means once we leave here, that it's likely that we'll take the trouble with us, and the people here will be safe.
But yes, but we won't.
Yeah, we won't.
Anyway, right. Well, I'm going to try and get some sleep. Also, well done today. You were very brave.
Thanks.
I'm
still not sure what came over me, to be honest.
Well, clearly there's courage within you that you're not even aware of. And I think your father would be very proud. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Good night. I'm going to walk off before Eugene can answer or say anything.
That was like a drive-by compliment. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, bye!
Rock and his drive-by compliments are amazing. Dear. So, you all get a decent night's sleep. You end up sleeping a little bit later than you originally intended, but not too much later, I think. So, one by one you come to, you can actually smell like nice hearty breakfast being cooked. Who gets up first? And do you wake the others, or do you go downstairs?
I would probably be up first, and I would just do my thing and go downstairs. I'm not going to wake them. The youngsters need their sleep.
You come down to find that the whole of downstairs has been mopped. That there is some freshly made mutton sandwiches on the side, and the Erda is currently pottering around reorganizing bottles and things.
And there's a tablecloth strategically placed over the charred wood on the counter.
I thought you were going to say over one of the bodies.
Yeah, they've just turned the body into a table. They've just put chairs around it. Fuck it.
Yes.
Like in Black Books, just put an Indian throw over it. It's fine.
Yes, she's miraculously got an Indian throw, and she's just kind of put it over there. There's a rug by the bar that wasn't there before, probably where the
And a suspiciously dog-smelling stew on the.
Oh,
no.
too far.
But everything has been cleaned from, as like you kind of get the impression. Oh, like an insight check.
Oh, I am massively insightful this morning. I've not had coffee yet, so it was a 1.
No idea.
You get disadvantage if you've not had coffee yet.
Yeah. Gris and Risgrave must have been so busy last night.
The Pixies game.
I kind of like the idea of Risgrith and Gris mopping and sweeping. That makes them feel much more human.
Speaking of Gris, he is in the place that you saw him most recently. Again, someone has put him on that bench and covered him up in the same blanket.
Another throw. Chuck it over Gris.
And again, I will prestidigitation some spectacles and a moustache on him.
And Riskarif is sitting with a larger pot of coffee this morning.
I shall go over to Riskarith and say, "Oh, do you mind if I have a cup, please?"
Please help yourself.
Thank you.
Sun's up, so we're fairly much safe from most creatures now.
We can but hope. We're a little later than we expected, but I think we needed the sleep after last night.
I think we all do. I wish I could have convinced Erda to go to bed, but she was insistent she get everything sorted. She's going to be tired later.
Oh, so she did all of this cleaning and everything?
Yep, wouldn't even let Gris and I help.
Oh. Well, she's very, committed.
Some fancy magic you have.
Well, thank you. It is rather fancy. It comes from my connection to the Song of Creation, you see.
Looks a little bit confused by it. She goes, okay.
No big deal.
I thought you were a bard, not a cleric, but okay.
I am a bard.
Oh.
I'm a very good bard, I'll have you know. I play several instruments.
That's fair enough. That makes more sense. Sorry, you just sounded like a cleric for a second there.
No, not at all.
People don't tend to talk about the Song of Creation unless they're from the House of Light.
No idea what that is, but okay. No, where I come from, the bards are able to tap into this particular Song of Creation, and as a Dragonborn, I have a natural affinity, I think you'll find. But most of my power is through my spoken word. I have, as you well know, words have power, and I use that. I tap into that power. I'm sorry, where were we going with this?
I was complimenting you and you ran.
Obviously.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like at this point, Ashling's going to come like inelegantly stomping down the stairs, really tired.
Oh, look, your friend's here. Let's leave this awkward conversation behind us.
I will save the day.
I'm literally just going to go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, let's never speak of it again. I feel like Riskarif and Rock have kind of had found an understanding between the two of them at this point.
Morning, Aisling.
Hi. I'm going to get some coffee as well.
Yeah. There,
I think Eugene
Pour-
would probably be
I pour it
awake
into
now.
a bowl. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like nobody survives Aisling getting up.
Yeah,
with sleep
exactly.
impact.
It's
I don't
hard to
have
be
slippers.
quiet.
I
Yeah.
don't have slippers.
Yeah,
I mean-
on hooves on wooden floors.
Yeah.
We
I
need
mean,
to go
Selfie,
fantasy
is it?
shopping and get me some little memory foam slippers.
also, I'm pretty
It's a
sure
very-
that with
Sorry,
I'm pretty
go
sure that with hooves, when you're waking up upstairs, everyone downstairs is also now awake.
Wakey, wakey!
I feel like memory phone has a very different connotation in fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Dear. So the three of you are together, and you are getting yourself sorted for the morning. Riskarif is says goodbye to you all. The Fletchers come down, as does Barda the Dwarf, all to see you off when you are ready to hit the road.
Is everybody ready? Are we?
I've had
Do
3
you-
bowls of coffee. I'm happy.
Do you have your stone, Ashley?
Yeah, stone.
Yeah,
Everybody-
it's here. I got it.
Okay. Everybody got Eugene. You have your earring. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. I have my ring. I guess it's time to find out if this all works.
Good luck, and looks particularly to you. Send me a note to let me know that you're okay this evening. Okay.
Ashley's gonna
I'm
go
sure
to
we'll
Rob.
all be
Send me a
fine.
note to let me know that you're safe this evening.
Text me when you get home.
Text me
Oh my god, that's so the vibe, isn't it?
Oh.
Which Eugene will forget and then remember at like 12 o'clock at night. Like, oh, I never text him to let him know I was back.
I left him on
That's
red.
me, you know.
Shit.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff goes, right, well, you've only been with us for a couple of days, but it's been a very colourful couple of days. It's been very nice meeting you. I hope you can find the answers you're looking for. Good
Well,
luck.
we shall see what we can find, and with any luck, we will be back, and possibly with all of our memories.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm going to cast a knowing look at Gris. Hopefully, it all works.
I mean, we'll find out very quickly, and if you notice any effects, you're to come right back, okay? Because at least we know here is slowing it down. Okay?
That's all right.
Okay.
I trust Eugene.
Erda gives you, anybody who wants it, a big motherly hug, or a little motherly hug because halflings, and makes sure and fusses over you, like your straps and things, and then starts waving you all away.
Aisling friggin' loves that. She laps that up.
Rock just gets a bit awkward with it and kind of sort of. She hugs and he just kind of sort of pats her on the head.
Oh,
Eugene accepts gladly and kind of has a pang of missing home and his mom, but
And she leans into Eugene. She goes, "I think he likes you, you know."
and he kind of blushes and I don't know what you mean.
Right, off you go then. Right, be careful.
Right, come along.
Don't speak to strangers. I
It's
don't
a bit
know what
late
to
for
say.
that.
I don't know what to say under these circumstances. I've never experienced this before.
To be honest, after our journey coming here, talking to strangers is largely uneventful in this area.
Fair comment.
Come along, Eugene, Aisling.
I grab some cheese.
Oh, God. Let's go.
You've got cheese in your bag.
Now she has
It's
more
not going
cheese
to
in her
last long
bag.
enough to get into my bag.
You can have my cheese.
Guys, make your way out along the high road as directed by your friends towards following some signposts which direct you towards the sound of the sound of Vesherin. It isn't long before the village disappears behind some a corner and some woodland, and you are out on this rocky road
And we were
I feel
going
like
to head
just
towards
real
the...
quick.
Sorry, we were going to head towards the temple. On the
Yeah,
way
it's
to
on the-
Vesherin,
it's on the
weren't
way.
we?
Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry, Charlie.
Just retroactively, as we leave the tavern, I'm gonna pretend that my stone is gonna be like, and then I'm like, no, I'm fine, it's working, it's fine.
Not funny, Ashton.
I think Eugene would probably start panicking about that. Rock is literally just going to stand totally deadpan and just go.
Yeah, but Ashton finds it hilarious.
Have you finished?
Yeah. Let's go.
Come on then.
Amazing. So,
Sorry, carry on.
No, that's fine. You guys are out on the road, setting out towards Vesherin, looking for this temple. And I think there is the perfect place for us to have a little break.
Cool.
So we are going to be back. We'll probably be back about 22, so everybody can stretch, feed pets, etc., etc. Everybody stretch. Go and have something to drink. Please watch our video. We haven't updated it, but it's full of wonderful people. So if you haven't followed them already, you really should do. We do recommend you follow all of them. They're amazing. We will see you in a little bit.
Bye, everyone.
And we are back. Hello. I hope everybody is nice and refreshed, has a nice drink going for them, and has hydrated, etc. Thank you for everybody who is with us at the moment, and for those of us catch up a little bit later. It really does mean a lot to us. We've had some really wonderful comments in there. I am going to have to go away and make a magical item that is based around memory foam. It would seem, which is
sorry, not sorry.
No, never be sorry for wonderful things like that. I think that would be really great. So keep an eye.
It should come in a can like that stringy
like
cheese where
expanding
you
foam.
can just spray it into your mouth.
But you get
Memory
other people's memory? That sounds odd. That sounds more like altered carbon sort of stuff than DNA.
Yeah, no, I don't want
that. Cool. Right, well, before our break, our trio of friends fought off a pair of Yeth hounds with the help of some of the patrons of the Tipsy Triton. Discussed the ramifications of only fey creatures being around and alive, unaffected, whereas all other humanoids and other types of creatures seem to have been impacted by the strange magic of this land, hard to say which really. And then finally packed up and with saying goodbye to their new friends, set back out on their way to the town of Vesherin, looking for the temple which Aisling had hinted at wanting to find. The day is as much as it is. It's quite bright. There is a breeze. It's probably springish, you think. It's hard to tell because time is definitely funny here. But the three of you are on the road on your own. You do pass a couple of different people. One which looks like a merchant's cart, with a older couple, both sat in the rider's seat, all of whom and their horses just that same vacant stare into the middle distance. Do you want to do anything to them or involve?
Probably not. I mean, I would probably just check that they're kind of okay.
Seem
like
fine.
There's something about them that looks like they're kind of going to fall off or anything like that. But otherwise, there's not much point in trying over and over people.
Make a medicine check on them.
12.
12. Much like everybody else, they seem fine. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like change or difference in them. They're just kind of there, just existing, still breathing, blinking every once in a while, but just no. It's like, again, like the person has been taken away.
It sounds like me this week.
There's a mood.
just blinking now and then.
Blinking, occasionally breathing, remembering to be a person,
Yeah. God, vibes.
They don't seem malnourished. They don't seem sick in any way, shape, or form. They just seem to be in a holding pattern. The farmers and the puppy and everybody else that you've met that's a bit like this.
Yeah, I don't think Aisling will do anything other than just like wait for Rock to do what he's doing.
Can I keep an eye out for anybody that we pass, or if there's any homesteads or anything that we pass through, or people that we pass, for anybody that appears to have been attacked, or any bodies or remains or skeletons that look like anybody has died recently or been attacked?
I know exactly what you mean. You guys.
Okay, so that's all I'm going to be on the lookout for.
I'll have a perception check from you, please.
Sure. 12.
on your way through, you don't see anything. You kind of get the impression if anything were going to attack, that old couple and that horse probably would have been attacked. Same thing, that weird thing, like whatever is causing this doesn't seem to want to harm the people it's holding, but yeah, like everything just seems to leave them alone. And this kind of ties up with what the patrons told you, is that as like although creatures come in and out, they'll aggressively attack anyone who's awake and aware, but they'll leave anybody else alone.
I will just mention probably to Eugene, if I can get sort of a moment with him, but and just kind of say it is a little concerning that these people are clearly here all the time, including at night, and yet have not been attacked by any of these creatures, and yet we have been attacked twice. So, just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, I was having a similar kind of thoughts. I wonder why that is.
Well, excuse me. Well, the two things I can think of is one, because we are not under the spell yet, so we are still awake, for lack of a better term. And the other is, of course, that we happen to have a Fey friend.
Yeah.
Which is feeling increasingly significant.
Okay, well, let's just get to this temple, I guess, and hope that we can find some kind of answers.
Yep.
I've only just noticed that you're not walking with me. I'm yelling back at you like, what are you doing?
I'm going to randomly point at a tree as if I'm talking about something in the tree to Eugene.
Oh!
In fact,
right,
I am literally going to say, look over there. And then...
all right, Jada.
Just as an aside, I can't actually remember. Whose temple were we looking for? Who was there? Because it wasn't the Cult of
Elder
the Dragon.
one?
No, the
Elden
temple,
one?
yeah, the elder one.
Oh, there we go. I found the note. Agents who talk to the Elder One.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Apparently my memory is going.
Excellent. So it takes you, you've probably been walking for a good 2-3 hours before you sort of notice anything that looks remotely like civilization again. And you start seeing some sort of dirt tracks going into the woodland. Kind of breaks off. You kind of... I'll have a survival check off of everybody. I don't have one of those, I don't think, yet, so...
Cool.
Ooh, natural 20 for a 22.
Ooh!
Nice.
Check her
I got a
out.
4.
Got 4. Cool. No, Eugene not built for this outdoors thing.
Got a 19.
19? Nice. So Aisling and Rock, particularly Rock, you're kind of like, well, based on what we were told and the sort of rough direction, tracks might lead to a forest temple. It's hard to say, but it would definitely be worth checking out.
I feel like I would have tried to sketch a vague map as they were telling us about it before.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't, but it's because we've not walked the trail. It's not
they
as accurate as it could be.
Yeah, I mean,
But
they
now-
they can't remember anything specifically, but they do know that there's something in this general direction and that somebody else was also coming here.
Yeah, so maybe Aisling's map is just an arrow. That way.
Cool.
But now that we've been along this road, now the map is very good. So I'm going to just mention this to Aisling and Eugene, and probably grab Eugene, who's walking off in the other direction, and tag him along to the path, and just suggest that we investigate the path to what could be a forest temple.
Yeah, okay.
Excellent. So you guys make your way in through the forest. The track kind of winds in on itself quite a bit. It's definitely walked into the forest rather than man-made. But it has a definite direction to it. It kind of goes round some big trees and it seems to find easier ways up and down, like ravines and around a riverbed. You're probably going for another hour or so before it kind of broaches into like a glade in the middle. Like a quick investigation check of anybody, please, whilst we go.
Sure.
Or perception, whichever is better for you.
I see nothing.
Okay.
18.
18. Muted.
Sorry. Because I was eating a what's it. I didn't want people to have what's it ASMR.
Nice.
19.
19. You both see body first before Rock does. In fact, you probably grab Rock by his coattails to stop him tripping over the form. There is a middle-aged human. Sorry about our cat. There is a middle-aged human in traveller's clothes, face down in the dirt with what looks like old, very old stab wounds.
Whoa, Rock. Wait. Look down.
So sorry.
It's time to get your body searching rapier out, I think.
You beat me to it. I pull out my rapier and just poke at the body.
Uh-oh.
A little.
A little, not too hard, I hope. Otherwise, just
I don't want to stab it. I just want to poke it to see, just in case it's either awake or a zombie or.
Given by the age of the wounds, and now you're closely looking at a slight decomposition to the body, you get the impression that no, this person's been dead a long time.
The
Can I
second
have
Rock
a?
pokes it, I'm just going like, oh.
I'm going to have a trepidatious closer look to see if I can tell how it died.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh, wow. Natural 20 plus 2, 22.
22.
Where are all these nat 20s coming from?
It's that
I
set
know,
of
I got
dice.
3 today.
Damn.
It's that set of dice, they're magical. So, it's fairly obvious they were stabbed multiple times in the back.
Is it one of those where Rock goes, I wonder how they died? And even Eugene is like, probably the 20 stab
Probably the
wounds.
stab wounds. Yeah.
There's still like
had
6
something
knives
to
sticking out their back, and Rock is like, perhaps poisoning.
I'm just going to investigate how they died.
What is more interesting is, you're no forensic expert, but you kind of get the impression that this body has been here decades. Like, it's kind of all kind of shriveled in on itself, like almost like a mummy. You're not certain whether that is because, you know how they kind of draw old corpses out of like pits and bogs and things like that, and they kind of all like that.
Oh, where it's like petrified.
Yeah. And you're not entirely certain whether that's why that might be, but at a guess you would probably say half a century at least it's been here. But the way this world works, maybe the way that bodies decompose is different. But all the blood around his clothes it's just stain rather than actually there, and it flakes off and just kind of crumbles into nothingness.
As I poke it with my rapier, because I'm not touching it.
Can we see what's the plant life around it like? Like, has many things grown over it, or?
A few things growing over it, yeah. And also the grass has kind of, that it's kind of growing out around. So it's almost like a bald patch in the middle where he's been there for a while.
Okay.
Okay,
Are there any signs of it having been like partially eaten by something? Has anything come around and had a bite out of it?
Just
Okay.
stabbed and left.
Okay. Rock is partially annoyed by this because those carrion eating sprite things have not eaten this thing, but it chose to try and attack us.
Right?
What? They're supposed to eat dead things, but no, they chose us over this dead thing, which is clearly dead, so should be part of their food.
Are you saying this out loud, or is this your internal monologue?
No, of course I'm saying it out loud. I have no internal monologue at all.
No filter. All rage.
There's no filter between thought and word for Rock. It all just blah. And I'm now massively annoyed with this dead thing.
You're annoyed at the dead thing for daring to be dead.
And not
How
being
dare it?
Yeah.
The audacity.
The audacity. The nerve. The gall.
Oh, the
Mika
nerve and the
says,
gall.
Rock, part dragon, part annoyed.
Anyway, can I have just a little wander around just
Yeah.
to check that there's any others or anything like that nearby?
Yes, you can. Whilst he's
Investigation
doing
or
that,
perception?
what are Aisling and Eugene doing?
Yeah, I think I'd like to have a look around. Like, what else can we see?
Mhm.
Is there anything else we can see in this glade?
Yep.
Or is it literally just the body?
Yep. Make a investigation or perception check if you want to. And Aisling?
She's kind of too grossed out to go near it, but she is noting all of this stuff on her map as well, so she's keeping track of it.
Body here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
body here. She like
Smelly
goes
dead
to-
body here.
but she wants to like note down like where autopsies note where the stab wounds and stuff are. She sort of notes that down, but she doesn't like to look at it, so she just goes like, "Oh God, right, ew, okay, yep."
Aisling is such a cartographer that she is actually doing a map of the body.
Yeah, like an operation
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
With little crosses where the stab wounds are.
and crosses
I
over
rolled
the
a-
eyes. Blech.
I rolled a 15 for the
Awesome.
investigation.
I got 18 investigation.
I think both of you find several boot prints, like belonging to lots of different people, running in and out of this glade. Not very well concealed, almost like they don't care. Heading kind of roughly in the direction you thought you were heading.
And they're like, do they look fresh?
No, you would say they're probably at least a couple of weeks old. Like some of them are kind of worn away, but there's some definite impressions and things.
Okay.
Rocks,
No,
some
no,
of them
no.
are running up to the body.
Right. There are no other bodies or anything?
Nope.
Okay. I shall share everything I discover with my friends. So either those people were running up to check on the dead body, or perhaps indeed running up and, the knife stabbing. So it's possible that they attacked this man.
I mean, that body's well old though.
That is true. But some of these footprints are very old too.
Time is all broken here anyway. Who knows?
It is. Time is indeed a soup in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do we do? Do we follow the suspicious footprints? I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yes, I know. Our options are follow the suspicious footprints or don't know what's happening to this world and get killed. So this is good. Now, I think we should still head to the temple, but perhaps tread a little carefully if we get anywhere closer to it or we see anything in the distance, just to, I think, perhaps be a little stealthy on our approach until we know we are safe.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Aisling, in your dream, was there like a a password, perhaps, that will identify us as not being antagonists to these people? The Elder One, was there a sign or a password or something? Perhaps a secret phrase.
No. I'm pretty sure I'd remember a secret phrase. No, nothing. It was just this like tent in a field.
Let us hope that if we are confronted by these agents, we can just tell them that we know of the Elder One. Perhaps that will.
Well, I mean, I was greeted very like amicably. There was like tea and cake and all sorts of nice stuff, and it was a very nice tent. It didn't look like a villainous tent, but yeah, no magic password or anything.
Yes, I mean you can
Sorry.
tell the big bag evil by their tent normally.
Yeah, if they've got a villainous tent, then
Just
you stay
because
away
they
from
offered you tea doesn't mean that they're not horrible people.
Oh, they did. No, it wasn't. They also offered me cake.
Oh, well, obviously then they're fine. Right, shall we
Yeah.
move along?
Okay.
So you guys, you're going stealthing. So can I have a stealth check off of my party, please?
Hang on, Ashling's like in her natural habitat here, so at least there's no ladders.
There's no ladders, but there is an ashling.
Stealth, yeah. Oh.
Oh, okay. It's 21.
21, awesome. Eugene,
20.
20, nice. Rock.
21.
Wow, you guys are deftly.
One with the forest.
Whoa, where are they? Where have they gone? They're so sneaky.
Possibly because you're all on high alert because you just found a body with multiple stab wounds in it. You all take your time and are very careful about where you place your feet. Apart from Wayne, who just throws water all over himself. Perfect timing. You tread around roots and point things out very quietly to each other, and it's almost you kind of get this whole. It's the first you guys work well together, but this is the first time you've meshed as a team, and it's almost this unspoken between the three of you as you pay attention to each other and just help each other through. And you find your way through the forest, and you come across a large open area with old stone flooring, and that is broken marble pillars have fallen down, and what looks like the entrance of a temple of some kind. At the front, holding a ancient stone casket, is a large carved stone frog. A shimmering shield of energy holds a barrier, blocks you from them, and in front of them are 6 small shrouded figures with long cloaks, all just standing around with long knives in one hand, just looking at the frog.
I feel like Ashling is kind of looking at her map with 6 stab wounds drawn on it, and then is looking at the people, going,
And I will just jump in there so you can have a look for yourself.
And they're not looking sort of towards us or anything. They're looking at the frog, literally.
They are all just looking at the frog. You all see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing. So I'm just going to move it up ever so slightly for our audience.
so excuse the jumpered dog butt that's moving around, just building a nest.
Getting comfy.
So here is the frog.
Yeah, she got to build her nest.
Here is this energy barrier, and here are your 6 assailants. They are not moving, they are just standing there at the moment.
Okay.
Can I see any kind of I guess writing or symbols or anything that will give me a clue as to what this thing is. Like, is there, ancient writing or even draconic or fey or something that I would recognize?
Make me a perception check to see where you are. I think what we'll do is we'll say you guys are at the bottom here.
That's a 12.
12? You can't see anything specific. There does seem to be a brass plaque of some kind closer to this field of energy that you can see.
Okay.
That looks creepy and ominous. What do you think they're doing?
Yeah, this doesn't look like a welcoming situation. The knives in particular.
Agreed. However, they're not moving. So
Yeah, they are frozen like the rest of them.
It's possible. Perhaps that's why the tracks are old and the body is old. Perhaps they haven't moved for a long time because they're stuck in this stasis.
But
Should we
what if they're not though?
Well, yes.
What if we mage hand poked one?
Oh, I've got an idea. Well, a way we could get a closer look, and I summon Pocket.
Yeah, Pocket. We haven't seen you in ages, pal.
In fact,
Pocket is 3 times the size because he's eaten all the cheese in our bag.
yeah, he's just been in Eugene's backpack, gorging himself on cheese.
Oh, he's just a sphere now.
Pocket appears in his normal place with a little sound and ta-da!
In fact, actually, I'm going to cast Find Familiar, and Pocket is going to take the shape of a hawk.
So there's this look between you and Pocket, which is like, really? This again? Really? And you watch as Pocket...
It's been ages.
There's this glow around them, and their size increases, and they grow feathers and turn into... Well, what does your hawk look like?
So it has the same sort of colouring as a Pocket, so kind of grey and white feathers, and he still has like kind of purple eyes. So you can tell it's the same being, but just different shape.
Even weirdly, 2 feather tufts that kind of stick out like this that almost... Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know you could do that. I thought it was a rat.
Well, he prefers rat, but yeah, he can be whatever.
That's very handy, isn't it? Yeah.
So I turn to him and I ask if he'll go and have a closer look. Like, don't get too close, but just maybe fly around a bit and see if anyone moves, or see if there's anything you can see that might help us.
Pocket kind of gives you a look that says, right, but you owe me for this.
I mean, you already ate all my cheese.
And it kind of flaps once.
I think you owe me.
Takes off.
Wait. Could you ask Pocket to see if there is a way around the barrier thing?
Oh, yeah. Good idea. Yeah, so the big barrier thing. See if you can go around it. Or through it, I guess. I mean, I'm sorry if that doesn't work out. I'll summon you right back.
So they kind of like move forward, and are you looking through Pocket's eyes as they go, or are you just letting them go and have a look?
Yeah, I guess I will see what he sees. That will make it quicker, because then he might have to come back and try and tell us in bird sign language.
Okay, so I have a perception check, and it's sight-based, so advantage because of walks.
20.
20, nice. Lots of high numbers today. Don't wear them out, you'll need them later.
Don't say that.
So The main entrance to this sort of temple is quite enclosed, so that sheet of energy is the best way in. There is a way over, but it's kind of slightly shimmering, so you think that the spell might extend beyond that. The one way in is across this little rope bridge and through that gap. What you can do with a 20 is you can make out the plaque, which is definitely newer, and has definitely got writing on it that has been placed there recently.
Okay. Can I read it? What does it say?
You can get possibly closer, and I think you get close enough down that it's just hovering, just low enough down. My servants are dangerous, but it only takes one to set the others off and clear your path.
Okay. And as I fly past them, like, do any of them move or anything?
Nope, don't seem to.
Okay.
But it's not quite the same. There's definite sort of like this sort of thing, which is different to the people who just stand completely impassive. They're just not moving or acknowledging. They're just looking towards the frog.
Right. Okay. I will come back to my senses and relay this information to Rock and Aisling.
So they appear to be sort of moving in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very gentle movements, kind of watching the frog.
No, that's just...
Sorry, Chris, would I have had any idea of what's, like, powering this barrier?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Right, so the plaque thing about my servants are dangerous, but it only takes one to... What is it? One to set them off.
And clear the path.
And clear the path.
See, that first bit sounded bad, but the last bit sounds all right.
Well, it depends. The path to what? The path to taking over?
Well, I assume the path
Dunno.
into the temple.
I mean, that's kind of the path we want to clear. So does that mean if we set them off, they attack each other?
I don't know. But I'm not going to try. Wait, Eugene, your idea of the mage hand, I can do that. Should I do that? Should we poke one of them?
I think it was Ashling's idea.
Uh,
But,
Yeah, I thought of that.
Oh, sorry. Yes, okay, well done. Now,
yes.
what's my mage?
How far away can you affect
that's
something with your mage hand?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Only 30 feet. So,
Do you guys want to drag yourself onto the map, just so that we can work out where you are? So
Whereabouts do you want us?
here. From about here.
Okay,
you
so
can
quite far back.
Move forward.
No, I think I'm good.
okay, so
Oh, actually, you can come forward about 10 feet, actually, just so that people can see you.
Okay. Oh!
Awkward. I was there first.
Fine.
So I'm going to try and stealth, or keep my stealth somehow. I'm going to try and just get like under this tree,
Yeah. Make me a stealth check.
so that I can get close enough to poke one of them with the mage hand. Uh, 18 plus 3, 21.
Nice. Yep, you're fairly certain, like, Rock moves very quietly forward a little bit, and then weaves a spell in the normal way that you've seen him do, and your mage hand appears in front of you.
Okay.
Which one would you like to poke?
The one that's closest to me, that is easiest to poke, and at the back, so that the others haven't seen it.
So you give it a poke, and it lashes out to where a human would be with its knife, and then goes back to its place before.
Okay. Right, so I don't know what we do with that.
Okay. So
Well, if we could get them close enough, then they probably would
Yeah.
attack each other. But I don't think we can. Well, because if we try and touch them, they're just going to attack us. So,
What if we tried something that was like a bit more noticeable for all of them? Like, Eugene, can't you make some sort of illusionary thing?
I can do that if we need.
Ah, okay.
given how close you are, does anyone want to make a nature check?
I'll make a nature check, because Ashling. That is 15.
15. From where you're standing, you can sort of make out small details about them. The cloaks cover most of their body, but their fingers are long and sharp. They also seem to have what looks like sort of hoof-like feet. Not like yours, more like two-toed claws. And they're small, like halflings small, but they're not built like halflings or gnomes. They're kind of a bit longer and ganglier. There is something vaguely fey about them, but you can't quite place what type of fey they are.
Okay, I'll mention this. I'll just say, feet and the hands of them. That doesn't look. I mean, it looks a bit like my kind of zone. It looks a bit more fey than you guys.
Well, I mean, that would make sense if we think the Great Old One is some fey creature. Then I suppose his disciples would be.
And if they're still like moving, then they've. It doesn't look like they've been, even though they're standing really still. It doesn't look like they've been.
Yes, but that one lashed
like
out at my mage hand, but they haven't. They haven't turned to see where we are or anything. So they are clearly.
They're like in a trance.
Yeah, when we flew by them, they didn't notice. So it seems like whatever has to be like quite close to them.
Shall we try create something that might attract their attention and see if they move towards it?
Yeah, that's what I meant by like the illusion. Like if you try something that has like a sound to it, maybe that'll draw them over to one side and then we can just walk past them.
Okay, I'm going to use just prestidigitation and try and create just like a little firework. Just like a little spinning firework in the air, and I'm going to try and
Can I use my Presti to like make it louder?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and do it like here, I guess, just so that we can see if they move towards it.
So can you ping it for me again?
Sure, just on the top left where there isn't one of them.
Yep.
Just to see if they all kind of move that way, then we know we can try and get them to go somewhere.
Yeah, not to be picky, but what's the range on your prestidigitation?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Oh, that's a good point. 10 foot.
That's not going to happen. Okay.
No.
So to do that, I would have to use one of my spells, which is...
I've not got anything illusionary for.
I mean, I think we could
can't help you with
kind
that.
of safely get closer.
That's true.
They're not looking this way, and I mean, this might be. I may regret saying this, but they're looking the other way, and they don't seem to really be aware of anything that happens until it's like right next to them. So I think
we could sort of
get close enough.
Go like there, and then the second we do it, run and hide behind whatever this is.
Bravely run and hide.
Bravely run and hide, as is tradition.
Bravely running and hiding is a valid D&D tactic.
Indeed. Right. Okay. Well, let's try and get a little closer. Then.
We sneak up like Scooby-Doo.
To like over here somewhere.
Amazing.
We've even got the Scooby-Doo colours on today. Theo, you're Shaggy.
Oh, yeah, I'm Shaggy. And you're
I'm
Velma.
Velma.
Okay, so you sneak up to there. They don't seem to
Yeah.
react to you getting closer.
Okay.
I'm going. Okay. I'm going to loudly clear my throat. Just to see if they notice me, because now I'm like,
No reaction.
I'm going to do it again, more dramatically and louder.
How dare you ignore Rock?
Is this an essential thing because Rock doesn't like being ignored, or?
Yes.
Yep, you cough louder, and they don't react.
I swear to God, if I don't get some attention soon, I'm going to shatter all of them.
Right, okay, before we go to that conclusion, let's try the Presty stuff again.
Okay.
Fine. As I am now
Where-
slightly emboldened and also slightly annoyed, I'm going to move up to over here, and I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
All right, I'll move over beside you and make it louder or brighter or just something.
So there's like a noisy
bigger.
firework in a space kind of over here, where just so we can see if they move towards it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys cast your spell. Its fire wheel appears. It's loud. It's whizzy. It's sparking all over the place. Nothing.
Oh, for God's sake.
I think Rock would go from looking quite impressed with what we've done and be like, "Oh, that's very bright and loud." And then when nobody moves, I'd be like, "That's utter waste."
It's Rock's ultimate nemesis, an audience that doesn't appreciate him.
I know, right?
Oh, this is your boss battle. Fight the demons within.
Eugene, do you want to make me an intelligence check?
Yeah, come on, help us out, Eugene.
Because none of us
Us
are doing it.
dickheads setting fireworks off in the corner, and Eugene's like, oh, for God's sake.
Eugene does have an idea, but I'm going to. Oh dear.
Would you want to run with your idea first, and then we can try that?
Yes, because I only got an 8 on my intelligence check. Okay, so I just had a thought. What if?
Okay, hold on. We're gonna scramble back. We're gonna. Oh, you're with
No,
us.
I came over. Came running over. Hey,
We're
guys.
now basically just standing like right next to one of them talking because they're ignoring us.
What if somehow we could? So, if we push one of them in front of one of the other ones, then would they start attacking each other?
Feel like
It's
there's
worth
gonna
a
be
try.
at least-
Well, I was thinking I could try maybe a thunder wave, and then I don't have to touch them.
Okay, good shout.
That's a good
Because
idea.
touching seems to lead to stabbing.
Yeah, I don't want to get stabbed.
Actually, Chris, DM Christian, can I push one of them with Mage Hand?
I mean, you can push one of them, but I think you've got a limit of about 5 pounds on major.
So it'll be a light shove.
So it's
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to push them over. It's more just to kind of try and nudge one of them in front of the other.
What if I use my mage hand to hold one of their ankles as you did that, and then maybe they'll fall into something?
I could
Like
just
dominoes!
I love the creativity of this, but this is still a cantrip spell, so I'm probably going to say no.
Damn it!
Ashley, if you get on your hands and knees and kneel down behind him, and then
I'll
I
tie their
push-
shoelaces together.
Oh my God, it's gone full Scooby-Doo.
Eugene will just bend down in front of him so that you can push him over.
Yeah.
Eugene, I think your idea is probably more practical at this
It
point.
does mean that I'll
Fine.
technically be attacking them, though.
That is a good
I think it's worth a try. We've tried fireworks, we've tried poking. There's literally nothing else.
But there are many other things.
No, there's nothing. Those are the two genders, fireworks and poking. Everyone knows that.
Right, okay, they're annoying me now. Eugene, just thunder wave them into each other, see what happens.
So Eugene, if you want to go ahead with this Thunderwave plan, where do you want to start your Thunderwave?
From sort of I don't want to be right next to, but I kind of want to be sort of where Rock is. So I'm pushing the. So from here, if I push them,
Space.
so I want to push him so he's directly in front of the other person.
Okay.
So because if it's successful, it's pushed 10 feet, so that would push it just in front of the other one.
Perfect.
It's a save, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Constitution.
Well, they automatically fail because of the state they're in. So do you want to roll damage for me?
Yes.
You may not have to.
Oh, that's an 11.
11. So this creature explodes. But properly explodes. But the damage comes straight back at you.
Oh no!
So I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw in response, please.
I think that was a bad idea, everyone.
Oh.
That's a 3.
Okay. You're now blinded, and you take 3 points of radiant damage.
I'm starting to think that was a bad idea.
Are you alright?
What happens next, you all watch as they all fade, all the others fade, and I need all of you to make me 2 dexterity saving throws.
2.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well. Okay. I got a 4 and a 15.
Okay. Okay? Come to that.
11 and 12.
11 and 12. Okay. Wayne has disappeared.
Wayne's just out.
No,
Wayne's
out.
out.
This is too stressful.
Done with that.
I'm out.
Yeah. Aisling, you take 5 points of slashing damage as one of them suddenly appears next to you, stabs you, and then disappears again. Eugene, you take 10 points of slashing damage as 2 of them appear. So basically,
Definitely a bad idea. It's definitely a bad idea.
This didn't work how we planned, huh?
I'm not sure what's happened with Rock.
Wayne, where art thou?
Where art thou, Rain? We'll come back to him in a second. You watch as they all reappear in exactly the same spots, and the one that you destroyed, Eugene, also reappears.
Huh.
You can both make me a perception check.
Yes, please. A 9.
Oh, shit.
You're
3.
blind.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, fair. Checks out.
Wayne's just lost audio, so he's trying to figure out what's up with his settings and things, and come back to us as quick as he can.
Eugene, can you make Pocket turn into a little guide dog for you?
It's not permanent blindness.
Okay. A little guide rat on a little harness.
Sorry, can I have those perception checks again, please?
Yeah, I got a 9.
A 9? Okay, and Eugene?
I can't remember what I got.
Okay. Do you want me to roll again with disadvantage?
It was a 20, I'm sure.
I don't remember. Oh, 4.
4. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so something didn't go the way you planned. There was something that felt right about that idea, but maybe it was how you executed it. You couldn't really say exactly what off the top of your head.
Well, now what do we do? That was definitely not the right thing to do.
No, but the little thing said it only takes 1, and then the path will be clear. But what do we have to do to 1? Clearly, it's not shove anymore.
Maybe it is shove, but not explode.
Yeah, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe not damage shove.
Yeah.
I'll have an intelligence check. By the way, I think because you guys are taking your time with this, your eyesight starts to return, Eugene.
Okay.
Good.
It's not permanent. It seems to be like a flash.
I got an 11.
11?
20.
20. Okay, so you're kind of, as you're sort of saying this, Eugene, you're kind of trying to work through what happened. Oh, hang on. Set them off. That has two connotations to it. It could be make them attack, or you just watch one of them explode. So if you hit them in the right way, maybe you can make them all explode.
Oh. How do we hit them all at once? If we make them all explode...
Or can't one make the other one explode and then it's like dominoes?
Yeah, but they're too far away from each other, because otherwise that would have happened, right?
Are they? That was quite a big explosion.
From 10 feet away.
That was quite a big explosion. I feel like if we get one without moving it, or how the hell are we going to do that without? Because you got a bit of a sting off that one, didn't you?
Yeah, that hurt me quite a lot, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think we should probably avoid that.
Yeah, gonna stand further back next time.
Is there some sort of like fuse?
Oh, maybe we have to. Maybe it's we have to explode the correct one.
Oh God!
I'm just trying to see how close they are.
Glowing.
Yeah, is there one that has like that faint, like in video games where it's like pointing you to the right one? Is there one that looks like you can interact with it?
Yeah, this one.
All of them specifically.
The cursor changes as you hover over this one.
Yeah. The texture looks slightly different.
I will let the chat offer their thoughts on where they want
Help
to.
chat.
if anybody has any ideas of which one they can hit.
Because they're all the same distance away from each other,
They're all
right?
equidistance. The one that exploded at you hit you 10 foot away. So they are all within 10 foot of each other.
Well, if we can do bowling logic, the one at the front, if we hit that
The other one would be the one at the front because they're facing the frog.
Oh yeah, that's true. The one at the back then. Yeah, bottom
Michelle's
middle.
offering bottom middle.
Yeah, that's the one I mean. Like the one right at the back.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, should we try that one? But how without doing a murder to ourselves?
Well, we just have to be further than 10 feet away.
Okay.
Right?
I'll take your word for it. All right, let's go around here. Let's drag the seemingly unconscious Rock with us.
Rock is just seething. This whole thing is completely like experience. Like ignore a bar, take his audience away. He's literally just like, I can't believe this. He has thrown his scarf over his shoulder. No shortage of 5 times at this point.
Okay, so if we can't, we need to be further away, Aisling. Aisling, you're too close.
What? Yeah, I'm like over their shoulder. Like. Oh, yeah, of course. All right, I'll come back here. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna get blinded. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid that. Can you see now? By the way, I'm doing like this in front of your face.
Yes, I'm fine. Okay. Thank you.
Pocket comes and lands on your shoulder. By the way.
I will cast a firebolt at the one at the back.
Yeah.
Can I Eldritch Blast at the same time, just to be sure that it explodes?
You two can both make me an attack with advantage.
Yeah! With our powers combined.
18.
18 will hit.
Mine is an 18 as well.
18 will also hit. Roll your damage, please.
Perfect synergy.
Nice. 6.
6.
6. Excellent.
What?
Okay. So you guys watch as this thing explodes in exactly the same way that the one did, but instead of coming back at you, the energy rushes forward into the one in front of it, which then explodes as well, cascading energy in two different directions, hitting its two fellows either side of the first, which in turn explode and hit their friends out here, which explode outwards, roughly to where Eugene was standing before. So,
Yes.
And Rock has come with us.
Rock
Yeah.
has come with you.
Yeah.
You watch these things.
Yay!
Like it's little, almost like a flashing sort of like soft green and white fireworks in the middle
Ooh,
of the day.
pretty.
And they all vanish. And as they do, you watch this shield.
And the noise from Zelda happens.
Yep, exactly that.
Yes, Eugene.
You are
I feel
just
like I go for a high five. Does Eugene leave me hanging?
No, he does it, but he misses it. It's a rubbish high five.
Yeah! Woo! Go team!
Well, I mean, I was
Yes,
sort of along the right lines, right, the first time.
Yeah, that was like spot
shouldn't
on.
have rushed into it.
Nah.
So you
Are you
guys-
feeling okay?
Yeah, I might need a little sit down, but I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, should we?
It's only almost
over
half
the
my
little-
hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was the problem though, was he doing this? So you are left with this large frog sculpture that is standing before you. I'm going to take a quick break, guys, not to step away. I'm just going to see if I can get Wayne back, see if we can figure it out. We're not going anywhere, title, anywhere. We'll be literally back in a couple of minutes or so. I just don't want to leave him out of this last bit, bless him.
He's a squishy level. What level are we? Level 4, and I'm still squishy.
Yeah.
When will I?
Oh, you're
When will I
eternally
get
squishy.
some help?
When will my husband return from squishy?
Why do you think I'm always hiding behind you?
Right. I will be right back, guys. Hang on 1 second. Just give us 2 minutes. And we are back. Sorry about that. A few technical gubbins, which we will have a look into, trying to figure out what happened. But we have a Wayne back. Hooray!
Hello.
So,
Apologies.
that's all right.
I was terribly frightened. I passed out.
See, we spun the narrative that you were just livid.
just ignore
Fuming.
being ignored, just fuming in the corner. So what you missed, Rock, is you saw Eugene cast the Thunderwave spell. The spell caused the creature to explode in a burst of light that was focused directly at Eugene. When that happened, the other creatures leapt into life, disappeared, appeared next to you all, and stabbed each of you twice. I need you to make 2 dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Dexterity saving throws. So.
Cool. So the first one misses, but as you jump backwards out of the way, the second one comes in and you take 5 slashing damage as one of them stabs a knife into you.
Okay.
Then, whilst you were fuming, Aisling and Eugene tried to work out what was happened and what happened there, and extrapolated between the two of them that maybe they were hitting the right idea but hitting the wrong point. So the two of them took a few steps backwards and opened fire on the rear of them, watching a cascade of light bursts that took out the entire party of fey creatures at the same time in the same burst and brought down the shield, leaving you with a clear way up to the frog, which it's...
We done did it!
You done did it.
Well, you couldn't have done it without me. Except you did.
So you have this frog holding a stone casket by the looks of it.
I'm good. Sorry about the noise. Dog
That's all right,
plus
that's all right.
antler again.
Right. I'm going to very tentatively sort of walk across the bridge and head towards the frog.
You can
Yeah,
do
I'll
so.
come with.
The bridge is old, but it holds. It kind of creaks a bit alarmingly when you first step on it and then settles in.
I beg your pardon.
I said it creaks alarmingly when you step on it because it's old.
Are you calling me fat?
No.
It creaks so ever
You
so
brought it
slightly
up.
gently, like a light breeze touched it.
Good answer.
But you managed to get across without any problems whatsoever. You are... Frog is God spelt backwards.
Yes.
Totally true.
Yes. you solved the God problem.
Woohoo! Low intelligence, high wisdom.
Standing before this large statue, you can see that this is actually quite an ornate old piece. A lot of it's sort of smoothed away by time and things like that, but there is a sort of a semblance of a slight humanity to this frog, almost like it's slightly anthropomorphic, like you expect it to sort of stand up at any point in time. There are strange sort of markings all down it and vine work like decorating it, and the box it is holding.
Can I read? Is there any writing to be read?
No.
Because I can read all writing.
Yes, no writing per se, but you kind of get the impression with that skill that this used to be an effigy of an animal god of some kind a long time ago.
Would I know anything about who this animal god was? Is it something that would be in a story I'd heard?
Make me a religion or a history check.
I don't think that's pretty good. Religion or history, you said, yes?
Yeah,
So it's only a 10.
only a 10. Not that you've heard of. There are animal deities in some of the, particularly the outer islands and some of the free nations. have various animal deities, but you've not heard of a frog god. It
Can I see?
may be related to this island.
Can I have a look around it and see if there's any writing or symbols or anything like that on it, please?
The guys have already just done that, so
okay.
There's nothing unusual that you can see. It's more of an impression than an actual writing itself.
Can I get a closer look at the casket? Did you say it was holding a casket?
Yep. And you can open the casket as well. It looks like it's designed to be slid open.
Mm-hmm.
So casket is in box or casket is in coffin?
It's a coffin. It's very small, like as in box.
Okay.
It's either a very, very small coffin or a box.
Okay.
Okay.
A tiny coffin for a
I'll
frog.
look inside.
You know, open it.
Yes.
You reach out and lift the lid of this and slide it forward, and as you do, it comes loose.
Oh, Jaffa! Chris!
Is there anything inside?
There is a very ornate-looking dagger.
Can I take it?
No, you go to take it, and it suddenly you don't want to touch it.
You're right.
Well, go on, take it out.
Well, I tried to, but then there's something going on there, because then I really didn't want to, but...
What do you mean you didn't want to? Just pick it up.
I tried. I can't. You have a go.
Oh, for goodness sake. I'm going to reach in and try and take it out.
Same thing. As soon as your hand gets close, you suddenly don't want to touch it anymore.
I told you.
Ashling will obviously have a go.
Ashling, you have no problem. Your hand goes straight around the hilt.
Oh, it's a...
What are you guys whinging about?
The freaky fae thing.
Oh, well, it's obviously one of those ridiculous fae things.
Okay, this is the one good faith thing that's happened so far on this stupid place.
Ashling,
All right.
Holding a creepy dagger.
Ashling,
Yeah.
I would like you to make an intelligence check with advantage.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say a saving throw of some kind. Oh,
You just die.
you leant forward and said my character name. That was the prime time to ask me for a saving throw. Okay, intelligence check with advantage, you said, yeah? Alright. Go away.
See, I'm trying to get back to the stage where I do that so often that you expect it not to be a saving throw, so that when I actually do it, it's a surprise.
That's mean, but I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20.
Wow.
You remember back to your very strange dream. They said, "Come and find my servants," and then Frog specifically said, "Come and find me, and I will give you the gift you need to stop the dragon."
Or, okay. I'm gonna hold it up like, oh! This, right?
What's happening?
All of what just happened was they mentioned it in my dream.
Oh, why didn't you
Servants
say
and-
something?
I, well, forgot, and so did the human that is controlling my being.
There was a frog? What?
Yeah, right? And said they would give me the gift that I needed to get rid of the dragon, and there's been a lot of mentions of dragons, and I'm really hoping I'm not supposed to be stabbing you right now, Rock, but this is what they said I would be.
Yeah, don't wave
Okay.
it around. Be careful.
No, put it away then.
Very satisfying!
Well, we don't know.
The sound's gone again. Sorry,
Oh no!
Oh,
Just in the middle of a monologue.
oh no! I'm sorry.
You have to use interpretive dance now, Rock. It's the only choice. You have to vogue your answer at me.
Boom.
Yes!
Give us a second. Sorry, guys. So yes. Do you want to come through here, Wayne? Yeah, just come and grab my stool from behind me.
Oh, time for a big plot twist for people who don't know you live together.
Yeah.
I think everybody's figured out we live together on the basis we What?
What?
So you have to give us a second. Wayne's got to travel over to my house.
He's just casting the teleportation circle.
Yeah, he needs to fast travel. He's already been there before, so he's got a fast travel point.
Wayne, keep your earphones in if you've got them, so that you can at least hear what's going on.
Don't drag your computer with you if they're not Bluetooth.
I don't know if he's trying to mess around with stuff or not. He's gone offline.
I'm still just waving the dagger around.
Please be careful with that.
I'm being very careful.
We've discussed that I'm very
Can't
squishy.
hear it all.
You are squishy, but I'm being very careful. Look at it. Look how pretty it is.
I mean, it is very cool.
What does it look like? What does this cool dagger look like?
So the hilt is in the shape of a frog. The body is the main handle, and its legs come up around the guard itself. The frog head just encapsulates the blade, which comes out of its mouth, almost like a tongue.
Oh my god, this is the coolest dagger in the world.
The tongue itself is is kind of like a flamberge. It's kind of like that whole sort of like zigzaggy shape, and the base of it is carved into sharp thorn-like branch that it's kind of the frog looks like it's leaping from.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean,
That's
that is...
so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's got its little tongue is the thing. Oh, this kills a dragon. This kills a dragon. I didn't know that frogs were dragons' natural enemies. That's
Yeah,
a
everyone
surprise
knows
to
that.
me.
Come on.
Yeah, the food chain. Frogs are at the top.
Dear, I love that idea. That's what you've extrapolated from this whole situation.
Yeah, that's what both
Dragon's
Aisling
natural
and Charlie
enemy is
have
the
worked
humble
out.
frog.
Yeah, the humble frog.
Yep.
There's nothing humble about them.
Yay!
Yay!
There we go.
Yay,
Let's try
hi.
again, shall we? I'm sorry, everyone.
That's right.
Technical
do you remember
gubbins.
your monologue, or
I hate frogs. No, I have no idea what I was going to say.
fair
Okay.
enough.
Oh no, I was going to say, we need to be careful with the knife thing, because on this island, Aisling has got the knife and it responds to Fey things. We don't know if it might make Aisling do weird stuff, because it clearly has some kind of power, otherwise they wouldn't have been protecting it here. So probably best put it away.
I'm going to start holding it between two fingers. As
Don't
if
just
that
put
makes
it in a
any difference.
bag. You're just going to drop it like that. If you drop it, it's going to probably hurt someone. And don't run with it either.
Okay. I'm going to put it in one of the little bum bags that I've got, and it immediately just stabs through it. Like, okay, well, I guess that's broken now.
No, it's fine. It just kind of settles in the bottom, like, unless you
Okay.
purposely force it through. You stab your own bag.
Just
Now
to
it's a
prove a point.
holster.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be much left of the rest of the temple. It's mostly collapsed in on itself. Just this frog statue, which seems to be protected in some way or another.
Okay. And nothing like Indiana Jonesy happened when we took the dagger.
You're pretty certain the Indiana Jonesy thing was the getting through the problem in the first place.
Yeah.
I went to poke the
Okay.
frog.
It's a large, ornate
Rude.
stone frog.
Just poke it again, just to be sure.
Yep. Still a frog. Still stone.
I'll share this
Rock?
revelation with my companions.
Thank God you're here.
In
What
your
would you do
defense,
without
it's
me?
not the strangest thing that would have happened to you guys.
No.
That's true.
Okay, so we've got the weird frog dagger. Now what?
Well, I suppose we are supposed to use it if we go down the path of killing the dragon, which was one of our fantastic options.
Yeah,
What if
the
we
latter
don't
parts
want-
aren't great.
Do that.
Wait, you don't think they mean an actual dragon? They're not expecting us to actually fight a dragon.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
That is
If it was an
kind of
actual
how
dragon.
it sounds.
They have kind of just used the word dragon.
the great
Not-
dragon,
Yeah, so
not the tiny or the.
Look, I know we're very
Legally-
capable, but I'm not sure we're up to the task of fighting a dragon. Spooky fey dagger or not.
Yeah, me too.
They said that this would do it. Sorry, I'll put it back. They said
But
that would do it.
We're just going to walk up to the dragon and say, I'm sorry, do you mind? No. We would have to fight it to get to be able to stab it, no?
I don't know. Right, we've literally only explored one of our two bloody awful options, so I feel like we should have a look at option 2.
It is starting to get late. If you want to make any more pathway on the road to Vesherin, you need to do it now. Unless you want to camp here and see if the token, the amulets work first.
Yeah, what
I
do
don't
we do? Do we
mind
keep
camping
going, or do we stay here?
I think if we can reach the town, we probably should try.
You won't reach the town tonight. You're going to have to camp out in the wilds anyway.
Yeah, did they say it was like three days travel or something to the town?
Okay.
Well, I suppose.
Okay. Well, I don't mind. Aisling wouldn't mind staying here.
It's as good a place as any, I suppose. At least we're not sleeping on the road.
Well, you got something to go to, like the ruins of the temple is a good place to camp against because you can at least defend yourself from.
Yeah, there's a bit of something between us and the
Defend
human
ourselves
faced
from
dogs
what,
and
Everything
pixies.
that comes along in the evening.
Like what?
Well, look,
We
like
have
those
zombie
human-faced
pixies and man dogs.
that came into a village. Like, we're right out here in the open.
That came into a building within a village.
Well, yes. But we're not in a building. Anyway, I'm going to do a little walk around, like the perimeter of the thing, and just randomly use my rapier to sort of poke at random bushes to check if there's any evil pixies in them or anything.
You stab some
cool.
random bushes, but you find nothing.
No.
I'm watching you do
Right.
this after you've just finished poking a stone frog face. I'm watching you do this and getting worried.
I'm just going to come back and say, I've searched the perimeter. We're perfectly safe. There are no evil pixies.
Good.
As much as I'm sure that you're right, and I'm not saying you're not capable, I'm gonna ask Pocket to just do a few laps.
Pocket does a few laps whilst you set up, and comes back as it gets a little too dark even for him to see. But nothing. It's very quiet around here.
See, I told you.
Yeah.
You guys settle in for the night. I won't make you make perception checks because it actually is quite quiet.
Okay.
Also, none of you dream that night.
Oh, goody.
Good.
You all have a really nice night's sleep for a change, despite the fact being out in the open. And I think Eugene, make an Arcana check. Low DC, seeing as it's your spell.
18.
The feeling you get is that the tokens, the amulets, are all working fine. Do you want to...
Oh, I should send a message to Greece.
Got
See, I
texting.
remembered.
Audible eye roll.
Yeah, Eugene's gonna get the. Is it pieces of parchment, right, that we can write on? Okay.
Yeah, you've got 3 pieces of parchment you can write on.
He's kept them in his hat, so he's gonna get one out and write a letter to Greece, telling them that we're safe and that we found the temple and all that kind of jazz.
Amazing.
Do you put little hearts above the eyes?
No. Stars.
Of course. Silly me.
As soon as you finish writing the last bit, and you're like, well, how does this work? I finished writing my letter. It leaps from your hands and folds up. And it folds in twists and turns, and it turns into the shape of a dragonfly. And then the wings on it start to hum, and it goes into back down the direction back to Grey Ore, the direction you can.
Wow, that was cool, right? Right, Rock? That was cool.
Those could come in very handy. We should try and get some more of those.
That was well cool.
That was so it kind of disappears off, and you kind of work out that it must be designed so that you, as soon as you write the name of the person you want on it to go to, it goes.
Okay.
So you've got 2 more of those. The night passes. You each take watch, and in the morning you break.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Before we go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
there was one thing I would like to do. So, assuming that your talismans, that they are working fine, how exactly would we know tomorrow morning if they're not working fine, if we can't remember that we forgot anything?
Well, I assume that, Grease mentioned that we probably wouldn't have weird dreams.
Oh, yes. Well, perhaps we should just make a little note. So if we just write down 3 things that we should know the next morning, just for ourselves, and then the next morning we can check that those 3 things, in fact, do seem familiar to us.
Okay.
What I've forgotten isn't one of those 3 things. I know a lot of things.
But yes, I know that, but you can't write them all down, so you could just...
Just like the important thing that like happened today. Because surely it'll be like your short-term memory that goes first.
But what if we can't remember where we put what we wrote down?
Right, I'm
Eugene,
ripping bits of
you
paper
actually
and
have
giving each one.
Yeah, Eugene, you actually have some experience with this. You know that it's something deeply personal that gets taken, and there is a feeling afterwards of emptiness. Although you,
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
So now that you've had it returned, do you think that if it happens to you again, you'd be aware that something happened, even if you can't remember what it was taken from you?
So, when I had that weird dream, the dragon, he kind of returned part of my memories. And it was quite a personal memory. So I think if it happens again, like I didn't know what the feeling was at the time, but now I think I would recognize it. I just kind of felt not whole, if that makes any sense.
Oh, so it was like a proper memory, not just like what you did yesterday.
Yes, it wasn't like that one good sandwich I had the other day. It was like a big thing.
We will circle back to that sandwich, but yeah, okay, that's important to note. I'd like to know.
Anyway, so I think what I'm saying is I think tomorrow I'll know if
Very well. I trust you.
Yeah, we'll take your word for it.
No
So
pressure.
you all settle down for the night, take it in turns to watch, and in the morning you break camp and make your way back out. Are you going to carry on to Vesherin?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
so.
So the second day, much like the first, you encounter different people on the road, same state, but nothing particularly out of place for what you're expecting. The second night comes and you all settle in. Find yourself a nice little coppice of trees where you can wedge yourself in the hollow of an ancient oak that's kind of been carved out over the life.
Cool.
Settle down. Again, no dreams, no feel of change or anything. Eugene suspects that the amulets are indeed working as required. Do you send another message to Gris?
I don't think he would if nothing happened, because he wouldn't
Don't
want
want
to
to be
waste them.
clingy.
Yeah, don't want to be too keen.
Yeah, I mean, give it a couple of days.
Yeah,
God.
gotta leave him hanging a little bit.
The third day, you get to about midday and then you see farmers' fields start to appear again, and the signs of civilization starting to pop up. You see more figures in these fields, very similar to the farmers you met outside of Grey Orr in the first time. Wandering down the hill, you kind of come around the corner and you see the outer edge of a stone wall with wooden pickets along the side. Lots of little cottages outside as well, and you realise that you have come to the town of Vesherin.
Yay!
What surprises you about this, though, is that the main gates are open, and there is a fair in the middle of the field outside the front. People are coming and going. There are rides and games, and everyone is being cheerful. And all of you recognise Midwinter's Festival. And
people are moving around and everything?
What? No! No!
Can't leave us hanging there till January.
Bloody...
Oh my god.
But I do have some good news for you. You all level up.
Yeah.
Yes!
So you are all level 5 at this point.
Hell yeah.
So, do you guys want to do that now, or do you want to do that off stream? It's up to you.
I might ponder mine for a bit, because I think
fine.
level 5 is when you actually get exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I get level 3 spell.
Oh, dang.
Oh, cool.
I could do tiny hut.
Yeah!
Damn, wizard.
Dude, that makes travelling a lot easier, to be fair. So you all made it to level 5. What we'll do is we'll do dice rolls and things off stream, so we can sort of sort that all out, and we just make sure that everyone's doing okay. Thank you everybody for sticking with us. This has been a really fun episode. Damn it, you solved my Fae puzzle while only blowing yourselves up once. That was fun. We're sorry about the audio stuff. Unfortunately, sometimes technology just does whatever it wants and doesn't care what we want from it, frankly. We've had a lot of fun. So we'll go around and guys, let everyone know where they can find you. What, if anything, you have coming up before Christmas, or just after Christmas. And we'll start with Wayne today.
Yes, apologies for all of that. Thank you to particularly the guys from Wicked Game for being here today and supporting us. You guys are amazing. My name is Wayne Fick. You can find me on most socials as WayneFick01, where I talk about branding and design and other random bits. And also just to remind you to keep an eye out on our socials and everything for our information about the Wild Beyond the Witchlight stream, which begins on the 4th of January. So between now and then, I shall be furiously preparing to take 3 brand new characters through some real craziness in the Feywild. So please join us for the 4th of January, and please do let anybody know that you think would be interested in having a watch of that, because it should be a lot of fun. We've got some amazing characters. So and that's it for me. Thanks again.
Excellent. Wayne, who's next? You choose.
Theo.
You can find me on the internet at theoblue.jpg on most places. And I don't really have a lot going on until the new year, but hoping to have a lot of fun things coming up next year. And thanks everyone for watching. And I can't believe we have to wait so long.
Not right.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to start Wild Beyond the Witchlight as well. So yeah, like Wayne said, keep an eye out for all the details. Yeah.
No, it's going to be very cool. Then Charlie.
I am on charlievince.com. So Charlie spelt without an E. I always have to say that. And that's where all my social media links are as well. And yeah, also massive thanks to everybody. Hello, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Hey,
Hi, Charlie's mum.
Hi, Colleen's mum.
You said that in perfect synchronization. That was amazing. Yeah, hello, all the mums. And I'm so friggin' excited for carrying on with some other heroes and for doing Witchlight as well. That's going to be so good next year. So yeah, again, echoing what these guys have said, make sure you follow us, obviously, because we're amazing, and some other heroes things as well.
Thank you so much. This year, going into this and starting this all up with you all has been absolutely amazing. I have loved every minute. I love these characters. I love the story we're shaping together. I've got some really cool ideas. I keep kind of going at Wayne because I really want to tell him stuff, and I can't. Because it will just completely ruin some of the fun surprises I've got to. So
just get some memory foam and then take it away from him afterwards.
My name is Chris Mepham. You can find me at Chris Mepham Art on the Instagram, at Chris Mepham RPG on Twitter. Probably not worth looking at my website just yet, but it is worth looking at the Some Other Heroes website. See what I did there? Someotherheroes.com, which is also linked to at SomeOtherHeroes on our social, which is easy to find. You're already watching us here. If you're not following us already, please do keep up to date.
Yeah, sort it out.
Yeah, keep up to date with everything we do. We will be back on the 4th of January for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the inaugural episode, which we're all very excited about. This will be the following Sunday on the 9th of January, where you will find out why this town has got a winter's festival on, apart from, Christmas hijinks. You will also get to meet Michelle's character for the first time, which we're very excited about. We love you all to pieces. Thank you so much for supporting us and coming along with us on our crazy.
And thank you, Chris, for being an amazing DM.
Thank you very much. We've been Some Other Heroes. We will see you in a few weeks' time.
Have a great holiday season.
Bye.
Happy Christmas for those that celebrate. Happy holidays for those that don't.
Happy Yule for pagans.